Good afternoon, everyone. You people have written grand test number 2 today in the morning session. Now, we should analyze today's grand test zoology question paper. Amma. See question number 91. Statement A. As we move upward from species to kingdom in the taxonomic hierarchy, the number of shared common characteristic features among organisms increases. So this is a wrong statement, Amma. Basically, we should write taxonomic categories in ascending order, like species, genus, family, order, class, phylum or division, kingdom. When we move from lower category to higher category, when we move from lower category to higher category, or when we move from species to kingdom, when we move from lower category to higher category or from species to kingdom, the number of similar characters decreases. Number of similar characters will be decreased, but according to this will be increased. That is why statement A is incorrect. Coming to statement B, taxonomic subcategories have been developed by scientists to allow for a more precise and scientific placement of various taxa. Absolutely correct. So between categories we can see subcategories or we can see subtaxa. Between categories we can see subcategories or subtaxa like subphylum, subspecies, superclass. Understood? Like that. Between categories we can see subcategories or subtaxa. So here statement B is correct. Answer is 4. Statement A is incorrect, but statement B is correct. And question number 94. HIV infection and AIDS are characterized by. It means we have to choose options which are related to HIV AIDS multiplication. So here A, progressive decline in helper T lymphocyte count. Absolutely correct. During HIV replication, at the end, the number of T helper cells gradually decreases. The number of T helper cells gradually decreases. Due to reduction in the number of T helper cells, patient will suffer from bouts of fever, diarrhea, weight loss, bacterial infections like mycobacterium, fungal infections and parasitic infections like toxoplasma. Already we have discussed previously. A is correct. And B, increased susceptibility to opportunistic infections. Just now I have given that statement. Opportunistic infections due to reduction in the number of T helper cells. Patient will suffer from different types of infections like bacterial infections like mycobacterium, fungal infections, parasitic infections or toxoplasma. So B is correct. C, direct destruction of RBCs by HIV virus. Wrong. D, transmission through sharing contaminated needles. Absolutely correct. So here A, B and D are correct, except C, all are correct. So answer is 2. And the next one, 96, match the column. So here thyroxine, 3, basal metabolic rate regulation. Thyroxine is otherwise known as T4, stands for tetraiodothyroxine, tetraiodothyronine or T4. Thyroxine regulates BMR, stands for basal metabolic rate. Andre, the rate of oxygen consumption per unit weight of the body. The rate of oxygen consumption per unit weight of the body is called basal metabolic rate. Basal metabolic rate will be regulated by thyroxine. And next one, B, insulin. Number 1, regulation of blood glucose homeostasis. Just 3-4 days back we have discussed. Insulin converts excess of blood glucose into glycogen. It means insulin decreases glucose levels in blood. This condition is said to be hypoglycemia, and insulin is commonly called hypoglycemic hormone. So indirectly we can say like glucose homeostasis will be maintained by insulin. Understood? And next one, C, aldosterone. So 2 amma, sodium and water reabsorption in kidney. Aldosterone hormone stimulates joint reabsorption of sodium ion and water in DCT. This condition is said to be conditional reabsorption. And the next one, adrenaline. Obviously fight or flight response. Because epinephrine or adrenaline and norepinephrine or noradrenaline both are secreted in response to stress or during emergency conditions. Hence those are collectively called fight and flight hormones or catecholamines. Here A3, B1, C2 and D4. Answer is 1. And the next one, question number 100. The structure formed immediately after fertilization. The structure which is formed immediately after fertilization is obviously zygote. Fusion of sperm and ovum leads to the formation of zygote. This condition is said to be fertilization. Zygote is the end product of fertilization. Okay, so answer is 2. And next 103, question number. Assertion. All chordates possess a notochord at some stage of their life, but in some chordates the notochord is not present in the adult stage. Reason. In certain chordates such as urochordates, the notochord is present only in the larval stage and disappears in adults. No ambiguity at all. Reason correctly explains assertion. Reason correctly explains assertion. In our textbook one statement is there. All vertebrates are chordates, but all chordates are not vertebrates. All vertebrates are chordates. Andre all vertebrates perform the characteristic features of chordates. Presence of notochord is one of the basic fundamental characteristic feature of chordates. Basically in vertebrates, notochord is present only in embryonic stage. In vertebrates, notochord is present only in embryonic stage, but in adult stage, notochord will be replaced by vertebral column. Notochord will be replaced by vertebral column. So unlike that in urochordata, notochord is present only in the tail region of tadpole larva. In urochordata, development is indirect, includes a larva called tadpole larva. In urochordata, notochord is present only in tail region of tadpole larva, but in adult stage notochord is absent. In cephalochordata, notochord is present throughout their life. In cephalochordata, notochord is present throughout their life. Or in cephalochordata, notochord extends from head to tail. So that's why reason correctly explains assertion. Answer is 3. And question number 105, amma. Living fossil is. Question number 105. Living fossil is 100% limulus. The common name of limulus is king crab. The common name of limulus is king crab. Limulus or king crab belongs to the phylum Arthropoda. In limulus or in king crab, respiratory organs are book gills. In limulus or in king crab, respiratory organs are book gills. So why do we consider limulus as living fossil? Because limulus was originated millions of years ago. Limulus was originated millions of years ago. Unfortunately or fortunately, evolutionary changes did not occur in limulus. Evolutionary changes did not occur in limulus. Hence the name living fossil. Human being is not a living fossil because Evolutionary changes occurred in human being. Due to evolutionary changes, Dryopithecus became Ramapithecus. Next, Ramapithecus might have originated into Australopithecus, followed by Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo ergaster, Homo neanderthalensis, Cro-Magnon man, and Homo sapien. Understood? Unlike human beings, in king crab or in limulus, evolutionary changes did not occur. Hence the name living fossil. Next. Question number 108. Cattle egret feeding near grazing cattle is an example of which of the following? Obviously commensalism. The association between cattle egret bird and grazing cattle. Association between cattle egret bird and grazing cattle represents commensalism. No ambiguity. And 109. Find the correct statements. A. Placenta facilitates the exchange of nutrients and gases between mother and fetus. Absolutely correct. So this condition will be done by umbilical cord. And B. Placenta acts as an endocrine tissue producing hormones like HCG, HPL and progesterone. 100% correct amma. C. Fertilization occurs in cervix. Wrong kada. Fertilization takes place in ampulla region of fallopian tube, but fertilization does not occur in cervix. So C is incorrect. D. Implantation of the embryo occurs in uterus. Obviously. Implantation occurs in uterus. Attachment of embryo or attachment of blastula or attachment of blastocyst to the endometrium of uterus by progesterone is called implantation. So D is correct. E. Embryo develops up to the blastocyst stage before implantation. Absolutely correct. Zygote becomes morula. Morula becomes blastula or blastocyst. Blastula or blastocyst undergoes implantation. So here A, B, D and E are correct. Answer is 2. Okay. Question number 110. What are the excretory organs of Annelida? What are the excretory organs of Annelida? 100% nephridia. Answer is 1. Nephridia are the excretory organs of Annelida. So the primary function of nephridia, osmoregulation. Secondary function is excretion. Please keep it in your mind. Next one. 113. 113. Consider the following statements. A. ADH facilitates water reabsorption from later parts of the tubule. Later parts of the tubule is nothing but distal convoluted tubule. In distal convoluted tubule, water reabsorption takes place by ADH or vasopressin. A is correct. B. Oxytocin is involved in parturition by stimulating uterine contractions. Absolutely correct. C. LH in males stimulates Leydig cells to secrete testosterone or androgens. 100% correct amma. D. ACTH stimulates the secretion of catecholamines from adrenal medulla. Wrong statement. Adrenocorticotropic hormone or ACTH stimulates adrenal cortex to secrete adrenal cortex hormones, not adrenal medullary hormones. Especially glucocorticoids or cortisol. So except option D, rest of 3 options are correct. A, B, C are correct. Answer is 4. Next. 115. Which of the following pancreatic hormone is secreted by alpha cells of islets of Langerhans? See, pancreas is commonly called mixed gland because pancreas includes both endocrine portion and exocrine portion. Especially endocrine portion is composed of islets of Langerhans or Langerhanic sacs. Each Langerhanic sac is composed of 2 major cells, namely alpha cells and beta cells. Here alpha cells secrete glucagon hormone, but beta cells secrete insulin hormone. Alpha cells secrete glucagon, beta cells secrete insulin hormone. Answer is 2. 117. Sertoli cells, 2. Nourishment. B. Leydig cells, testosterone secretion. A to B1. C. Vas difference. 3. 3. Transport of sperms. And D. Seminal vesicles. Male sex accessory organs. Understood? So prostate gland, seminal vesicles, Cowper's or bulbourethral glands are male sex accessory glands. Answer is 1. A2, B1, C3 and D4. Next. 119. Which of the following is an example of biodiversity hotspots? 100% Western Ghats. Western Ghats, Sri Lanka, Indo-Burma region, Himalayas. These three are biodiversity hotspots. Total number of biodiversity hotspots worldwide 34. But number of biodiversity hotspots in India 3. Namely number 1 Western Ghats, Sri Lanka. Second one Indo-Burma region. Third one Himalayas. Keep it in your mind. Next. 123. Hypothalamus. Somatostatin secretion. A3. Hypothalamus secretes gonadotropin releasing hormone, commonly called somatocrinin. Also secretes, hypothalamus secretes growth hormone releasing hormone. Another name of growth hormone releasing hormone, somatocrinin. And also secretes GHIH, growth hormone inhibiting hormone, also known as somatostatin. A3. B. Pineal gland secretes melatonin. Melatonin hormone regulates body temperature, regulates sleep-wake cycle. Understood? And C. Adrenal medulla. 2. Epinephrine. D. Gastrointestinal tract. 4. Cholecystokinin. Answer is 1. A3, B1, C2 and D4. Next, 124. All living members of the phylum Ctenophores are exclusively marine. Ctenophores can survive only in marine. Ctenophores cannot survive in fresh water. If we place Ctenophores like Pleurobrachia and Ctenoplana in freshwater habitat, they can't survive successfully because they will face asthmatic problems. So here answer is 2. Next, 126. The canal system of sponges is mainly concerned with, is no ambiguity, answer is 4. A and C. A. Respiration and circulation of water, and C. Food gathering. Understood? Next. Even option B somewhat correct. Excretion is correct, but not locomotion, amma. So D. Digestion and respiration. E. Digestion and excretion. So we have to choose appropriate options A and C. Next. 129. Which of the following statements are correct? A. Morphine is obtained from Papaver somniferum and acts as a sedative. Absolutely correct. Morphine is extracted from dried latex of unripe seed capsule of opium poppy plant. The scientific name of opium poppy plant is Papaver somniferum. Moreover, morphine is very effective sedative painkiller. Morphine is useful for patients who have undergone surgery. And B. Cocaine blocks the synthesis of dopamine and reduces its effects in the brain. Wrong. Cocaine does not block dopamine. Cocaine interferes with the functions of neurotransmitter called dopamine. It leads to euphoria. Euphoria means extreme happiness. But excess intake of cocaine leads to hallucination. Hallucination is a kind of sensory imagination that does not occur outside the mind. So B is incorrect. C. Natural cannabinoids are obtained from inflorescence of cannabis sativa. Absolutely correct. Cannabinoids are extracted from inflorescence of cannabis sativa. So A and C are correct. Remaining D and E are incorrect. Now 130. Again, choose correct statements from the following. A. Hormonal pills may cause side effects like nausea and weight gain. Correct. C. Surgical methods are highly effective, but reversibility is poor. Surgical methods like tubectomy and vasectomy are very effective, but their reversibility is poor. And F. Their improper or inconsistent use can lead to contraceptive failure. 100% correct. My best example, Nirod or condom. So if users do not use condoms accurately, as a result microscopic holes will be formed on the surface of condoms. Through those microscopic pores, hormone will be entered into female reproductive tract. This condition is said to be contraceptive failure. Answer is A, C and F. 3. Answer is 3, Amma. And question number 132. Choose correct statements from the following. A. The secretory phase of menstrual cycle is regulated by progesterone. 100% correct. Because progesterone secretion takes place during ovulatory or secretory phase. The events of ovulatory phase or the events of secretory phase will be monitored, will be regulated exclusively by progesterone. C. The proliferative phase is characterized by regeneration of endometrium. Correct kada? During follicular phase, regeneration of endometrium takes place. The process of regeneration of endometrium is called proliferation. Remaining B, A and C are absolutely correct. Option B, menstrual flow occurs due to sudden increase in estrogen. Wrong. Menstrual flow occurs due to sudden decrease in progesterone, not increase in estrogen. B incorrect. D, LH surge occurs during luteal phase. Wrong. LH surge occurs during ovulatory phase. Only A and C are correct. Next. 134. Before the development of specific immune response, innate immunity provides defense through. Here they have given 5 options A, B, C, D, E. We have to choose the options which are related to innate immunity. Choose options related to innate immunity. A. Physical barriers come under innate immunity. B. Physiological barriers, innate immunity. C. Cellular barriers, again innate immunity. A, B and C, these 3 come under innate immunity. But D, antibody production, comes under acquired immunity. Ayyo, B lymphocytes produce antibodies. So B lymphocytes come under acquired immunity. E, immunological memory. So memory also comes under acquired immunity. So based on memory, immune responses can be classified into 2 categories, namely primary immune response and secondary immune response or anamnestic immune response. Here D and E both come under acquired immunity, A, B and C come under innate immunity. So answer is 1. 135, no ambiguity. Choose the definition of flukes. 135, answer is 3. Aerobic bacteria are associated with fungal filaments to form mesh-like structures called flukes. Answer is 3. 136. Question 136, option 1. A. Sacred groves, protected forest patches. Protected forest patches. A smaller group of trees than a forest is called grove. Understood? Trees which are living in sacred groves are special religious importance to a particular culture. All the trees of sacred groves are venerated. Venerated andre respected and given complete protection. Like Kasi Jaintia Hills, Meghalaya, Aravali Hills, Rajasthan, Western Ghats, Karnataka and Maharashtra, Sarguja, Bastar and Chanda, located in Madhya Pradesh. So A3B, red data books. 4, list of threatened species. Basically, threatened species are enlisted in red books. Or threatened species are enlisted in red data books usually published by IUCN. IUCN stands for International Union for the Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. And C, keystone species. Option 1, species with major ecological role. Do you know the meaning of keystone species? We have learnt about keystone species in biodiversity conservation chapter. The species which maintain major ecosystem functions are the species which drives major ecosystem functions. The species which drives major ecosystem functions are called keystone species. In Western Ghat ecosystem, major keystone species are amphibians. Don't forget that. So your answer is 1, A3. And B4, C1, D, excito conservation. 2, conservation outside the habitat. Conservationists isolate threatened species from their natural habitat. Later, they place and protect such isolated threatened species in specially constructed areas under human care. Called excito or off-site conservation. Next, 139. Which of the following types of immunity involves production of antibodies in response to antigens? B lymphocytes produce antibodies against antigens. It comes under humoral immune response. B lymphocytes play a vital role in humoral immune response. Answer is 2. 140, statement A. Competition between species always results in extinction of one of the competing species. Absolutely correct. See, one organism dominates over another organism. So, organism 1 is superior than organism 2 due to organism 1. Initially, organism 2 will be excluded. But end of the day, due to organism 2, end of the day, due to the unavailability of food materials, organism 1 will also be excluded. Minus and minus, competition. But in case of competition, both the organisms will not be died at a time. In competition, both the organisms will be affected. But in case of competition, organism 1 and organism 2 will not be extincted at a time. Keep it in your mind. So, statement A is correct. Statement B, according to Gauss's principle, species with identical niches can coexist indefinitely in the same habitat. Wrong. See, in case of Gauss's competitive exclusion principle, two organisms cannot coexist. Instead of performing coexistence, organism 1 excludes organism 2. So, statement A is correct, but B is incorrect. Answer is 4. Next, 143. Blood from the sinus venosus of the frog first enters into right atrium. 100% correct. Sinus venosus is a triangular sac. Sinus venosus is formed by the union of two precaval veins or superior vena cavae and one postcaval vein or inferior vena cava. Two precaval veins are superior vena cavae and one postcaval vein or inferior vena cava assembled to form sinus venosus, which opens directly into right atrium. Answer is 2. 144. During the dissection of a worm-like organism, a zoologist noticed that the body was externally and internally divided into a series of repeating segments, each containing similar sets of organs arranged in a linear fashion. This segmentation allowed greater flexibility and efficiency in movement. Based on this observation, what is this phenomenon called? 100% metamerism. So, in case of metameric segmentation, body is both externally and internally divided into segments or metamers with serial repetition, called metameric segmentation. So, metamerism is performed by annelida like earthworm, arthropoda and some members of chordata. Next. Question number 152. Which of the following statements is correct about the frog's skin? So, answer is 2. Moist, glandular and assists in cutaneous respiration. Dear students, basically in frog, skin is moist and scaleless, and frogs respire through skin, called cutaneous respiration. Along with skin, frogs can respire through even lungs and gills also, gills especially during embryonic stage. So, if respiration takes place through skin is called cutaneous respiration. Your answer is 2. And 154. Which of the following diagram is correct with regard to the ascending limb of Henle's loop and collecting duct? So, no ambiguity at all. Your answer is 4. Here collecting duct allows small amount of urea into medullary interstitial fluid to maintain osmolarity. Here one more, as per this label number 4, collecting duct maintains pH or acid base balance and also maintains ionic balance by selective secretion of hydrogen ions and potassium ions into primary urine. So if we focus on those lines, answer should be option 4. 156. Which of the following statements is incorrect regarding malaria? Option 2. Plasmodium undergoes sexual reproduction in human liver cells. Wrong. In hepatocytes or in human liver cells, Plasmodium vivax performs asexual reproduction. Plasmodium vivax completes its life cycle in 2 hosts. Host number 1, human being. Host number 2, female Anopheles mosquito. In mosquito's body, Plasmodium performs sexual reproduction. In human liver cells as well as in human RBC cells, Plasmodium vivax performs asexual reproduction. So answer is 2. Next, 159. A man has normal sperm count, but most of the sperms are non-motile. Which part of the sperm is most likely defective? Answer is middle piece. Why? Because in case of middle piece, mitochondria are present. Mitochondria provide energy for the movement of sperms. Mitochondrium singular, mitochondria plural. Here mitochondria provide energy for the movement of sperms. So answer is 2. Next, 160. According to Hardy-Weinberg principle, genetic equilibrium is disturbed by gene migration. Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium occurs in the absence of gene migration. So indirectly we can say gene migration will disturb Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. We have learnt about factors affecting Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium in our regular classes. Next, 164. Equation of exponential growth. Obviously, dn by dt is equal to r into population size or density, r capital N. Answer is 2. 166. Myasthenia gravis. 1. Autoimmune disorder and destruction of acetylcholine receptors. B. Osteoporosis. 2. Reduced bone density due to calcium imbalance. Osteoporosis is an age-related disorder, especially in post-menopause period. Ovaries secrete less amounts of estrogen. Due to that, bone mass decreases, which leads to bone fractures. C. Diabetes insipidus. Again 3. Insulin deficiency. D. Asthma. Inflammation of narrowing of airways. So A1, B2, C3 and D4. Answer is 1. Next, 168. Which of the following can influence or modulate blood pressure in the human body either directly or indirectly? Atrial natriuretic peptide, vasopressin, renin, angiotensin mechanism, even cortisol. All regulate blood pressure. In case of RAS cycle, renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system. So answer is 4. A, B, C and D. 170. Joint present between atlas and axis. Pivot joint. No ambiguity at all. Answer is 3. 171. Sexually transmitted infection among these 4 is gonorrhea, which is caused by Neisseria gonorrhoeae. Next, 173. The membrane covering the brain and spinal cord. Meninx. Understood. Meninges plural. Meninx primitiva singular. Answer is 2. 175. According to Darwin, evolution occurs due to natural selection. Direct statement. Answer is 3. 177. The maximum volume of air a person can expire after a maximum inspiration is called vital capacity. The maximum volume of air a person can inspire after forcible expiration, or the maximum volume of air a person can expire after forcible inspiration is termed as vital capacity. Answer is 2. Okay, remaining questions come under botany. Thank you for your kind cooperation. Thank you, Amma.
So good afternoon students. Today is a second examination paper discussion. I hope yesterday's examination comparatively today you have done well. Once you go through the question paper, so I am here to discuss the botany questions. So question number 92, it is a statement 1 and 2, what they are saying. GPP higher than NPP, statement 1. Yes, it is correct. So total production of biomass is GPP. GPP is always greater than NPP, and the formula GPP minus R is equals to NPP, and NPP is available biomass for the consumption of heterotrophs. Statement 1 correct. Statement 2 is wrong. Why? Because saying NPP total biomass they said. That's why it is wrong. So option is third one. Next 93. So related to kingdom fungi and viruses they are given, how many of them are correct they are asking. B is incorrect, D is incorrect. A is correct because fungi cell wall is made up of chitin polysaccharides, we know it. Phycomycetes are having branched and septate mycelium, that also we know. So see, Phycomycetes do not have branched, they are actually unbranched structures. So B is wrong, A is correct. C, so A is correct, B is wrong, and in Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, dikaryotic phase is yes, it is correct. Next, in the statement D, both DNA and RNA as their genetic material. No, virus contains either DNA or RNA, any one is there. So D is wrong. Next, E, viroids are smaller than viruses. Yes, E is correct. So answer is A, C, E. Next, question number 95. How many are incorrect they are asking. Statement A is correct. Artificial has given equal importance to this vegetative and sexual characters. B is incorrect because cyanobacteria actually belongs to Monera kingdom. Now it is belongs to Monera. Past it is belongs to plant kingdom. They are asking clearly now, means it is belongs to Monera. Next, C is correct. Numerical taxonomy connected with the computers. Then D is incorrect, natural classification, external features they are given. So it is not only taken the external features, anatomy and the morphology, phytochemistry, different considerations are there in the natural system of classification. Then phylogenetic system, yes, that is also correct because it believes that common ancestor. So answer is B and D, first option. Next 97. If you observe the diagram is a equisetum diagram. In the plant kingdom, you can observe that related to this plant kingdom chapter. This equisetum, if you observe, C is the cones, A is going to be the branch, B is the node, and D is going to be the internode. Next, 98, DNA fingerprinting is connected with Alec Jeffreys. Watson and Crick, first option related to double helical model. Frederick Sanger related to sequencing, HGP. Hargobind Konana reads to synthesis of RNA artificially. So that is before to genetic code you can see. Question number 99. So statement A is wrong because monocotyledons do not have a long lasting root. Next, B, adventitious root system, yes it is correct. C is wrong because root tip above to root tip. This is the root tip here root tip is there, above to that region of meristematic activity is there, after that elongation is there. They are saying immediately elongation is there, that is wrong actually. Next, D is correct, root heads are formed in maturation region. Fibrous root system originate from the base of the stem, that is also correct. Next, so B, D and E, these three statements are correct. Next, so three statements is the answer. 100, structure formed immediately after the fertilization in humans is called zygote. Next, 101, marginal placentation is related to pea plant, axial placentation is related to tomato, free central placentation is related to dianthus and primrose, basal placentation is related to sunflower and marigold. 101, first option. Next, 102, PCR technique related to amplification of the gene of interest. 103, zoology. 104, diagram A, superior ovary is there, so the remaining parts are below, that is hypogynous, B and C both are perigynous, D is going to be epigynous. Directly you can observe the textbook part. Next, question number 106, monocot stem, vascular bundles are open, arranged in ring. Actually that character is dicot stem. A is false and the R is correct ma. Pericycline dicot roots helps in the lateral root formation and also secondary growth. Next 107 correct sequence. First pollination, pollen germination, pollen tube into the ovule, syngamy and triple fusion. So second option is correct. Next question number 111. Outbreeding devices, that is dichogamy. Stigma and anther are pollen release and the stigma receptivity are not synchronized. A is cleistogamous flower, autogamy will happen. Homogamy is also autogamy. Autogamy in the closed flowers. All those are self-pollination. Dichogamy is the only thing for cross-pollination. Prokaryotic cells, sedimentation coefficients of 70, ribosomes. In prokaryotes 70, yes, there is no doubt at all. Membrane of vacuole, 114, membrane of vacuole, it is going to be single membrane, that is a tonoplast. 115, this is the zoology part. Then 116, most abundant protein in the biosphere is rubisco. In the animal world, it is going to be collagen. Next, 118, mitochondria, chloroplasts are not a part of endomembrane system. Yes, because their functions are not coordinated. Correct and correct explanation. 120, sequence first among these two, first substrates bind to active site. That is the second one. After substrate binding to the active site, next enzyme changes shape to fit into the substrate. Yes, correct. Enzyme is holding the substrate tightly with the help of the active site. Next, enzyme product complex is formed. 1. After that, product is released. 4. So, 2, 3, 1, 4. Option is going to be the fourth one. Next, 122. Which are correct they are asking. Except statement 1, remaining 3 are correct. Why statement 1 is wrong? Because lipids are not strictly macromolecules. Their molecular weight is less than 800 Daltons. They have given here reverse. So that by statement 1 wrong, remaining 3 are correct. Next 125, proteins are homopolymers of amino acids. No, protein is a combination of many 20 different kinds of amino acids. Protein is always a heteropolymer, cannot be homopolymer. Statement 1 wrong, statement 2 is correct. Next 127, if you observe the diagram, that is showing the formation of the spindle fibers and the asters. So what they are labeling, question mark, that is the aster part. What is the function of the asters? Asters help the centrosome to hold to attach the plasma membrane. Next, example of syncytium, multinucleate condition, that is liquid endosperm in coconut. Next 131, reform during telophase. Who are reformed? Golgi, ER, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi, nuclear membrane and nucleolus. All those are disappear in the prophase. Next, small disc-shaped structures at the surface of centromere. Kinetocodes. Kinetocodes are the structures which are attached to the spindle fibers. They are disc-shaped structures present on the sides of centromere. Next, 137, first stable product of CO2 fixation in C4 cycle. Now remember, yesterday also there is a question C4 cycle related. In C4 plants, two kinds of cells are there, mesophyll cell and bundle sheath cell. In the mesophyll cell, C4 pathway, in bundle sheath cell, C3 pathway is there. In the C4 pathway, which is present in the mesophyll cell, the first product is oxaloacetic acid, OAA. And remember, OAA is the first member in the Krebs cycle. Next, 138, which is correct they are asking, ma'am. 1 is correct, chlorophyll A is the chief pigment. 2 is correct, accessory pigments are protect the chlorophyll A. Third and fourth options are incorrect, ma. Answer is second option. Next, 141, water splitting complex associated with PS2, non-cyclic electron transport you can observe, ma. PS2 is connected with water splitting. Next, proton produced from water splitting are released into lumen of thylakoids, absolutely correct. 142, so NADH formation, sixth step of this glycolysis, glucose to glucose 6-phosphate, glucose 6-phosphate to fructose 6-phosphate, alinda fructose 1,6 bisphosphate divided into DHAP and G3P. G3P going to form 1,3 bisphosphoglyceric acid. There is a formation of NADH. So among this, third option is the correct one. Next one, 145. Respiratory pathway is called amphibolic pathway. Why it is amphibolic pathway? Because it requires the catabolism and also anabolism. How anabolism? any material in the glycolytic pathway will be extracted useful for the synthesis of required molecules. Suppose DHAP, which is a part of the glycolysis, we can also call it as a PGAL, that will be utilized for the synthesis of glycerol, and in this pathway acetyl coenzyme A will come. Acetyl coenzyme A will be useful for the synthesis of fatty acids. This is a breakdown process, this is going to be construction process, that's why we can consider them as amphibolic pathway. Correct explanation. 146, primary productivity depends on plant species in an area. Yes, correct. Productivity independent of environmental factors, they said it is dependent on environmental factors. Light required, soil required, water is required, nutrients are required. So primary productivity depend on plant species inhabiting in an area, photosynthetic capacity of the plants, along with the availability of light, nutrients, water and the soil. So statement 1 wrong, statement 2 is incorrect. 147, maize, 17,500 new cells are formed, that is increase in the number of cells. Next 148, decomposition is slow if the detritus rich in lignin and chitin. Process of decomposition will be fast when it contains nitrogenous compounds or water soluble compounds. Next 149, how many are correct? Among the 4 they had given, first option kinetin from sperm DNA correct, zeatin is a natural cytokinin correct, kinetin naturally occurs in plants, no, kinetin is an artificial cytokinin which is extracted from first statement herring sperm DNA. So 3 is incorrect, 4 kuda correct emma. So 149 third option. Seeds in black pepper are perispermic due to persistent nucellus is there. So residual persistent nucellus, nucellus generally consumed before the fertilization itself. After some time, after the fertilization, sometimes nucellus is present, that will be considered as a perisperm. Next 151, ABA is called a stress hormone. Yes, correct, because ABA stimulates the closure of the stomata and help the plant to withstand to that stress. Next 153, 2 parents produces offspring, ratio 1:1. So ratio 1:1, it is a test cross. Third option, capital T small t crossed with small t. Next 155 gudama dihybrid test cross. Dihybrid test cross they are given capital R, capital Y, small y crossed with small r, small y, small y. The ratio will be 1:1:1:1. So this is a dihybrid test cross. 147, so round dominant over R, what they are saying? Capital R, small r, this is a round seed producing is there. It is crossed with another round producing, and in the progeny they got someone or wrinkled are there. So what will be the genotype of this? Remember recessive will be expressed only in the homozygous situation. To form 2 arts, both are small arts, each side kuda should be, from this side also you are going to get the small r. So it will be capital R, small r. That is the logic. Next 158, correct option. Statement 1, synthesis polymerase. Net poinda? Okay na? So one small interruption. 158 question, polymerase, catalyze the polymerization in 3 to 5 they are saying. No, polymerization process going to happen 5 to 3. Bond formation is happening 3 to 5. So 1 is incorrect. Typical nucleosome contains 200 base pairs. Yes, correct. Histones are rich in lysine and arginine. Yes, correct. Heterochromatin is transcriptionally active. No. 1 and 4 both are correct. Fifth is 1 and 4 both are incorrect. Fifth is incorrect. So totally 3 statements are correct. Next 161, very interesting question. Chronological order they are asking. So idralli first one, Griffith experiment in the year 1928. Second one, Watson and Crick, it is going to be in 1953. This is the second one. Next, Michelson and Stahl experiment is 1958. 1958. It is going to be Messelson and Stahl, third one. And the Hershey and Chase experiment, 1952, Hershey and Chase experiment. So it is the fourth one. So 1423. 1423. So first option is the correct answer, ma. Next. 162. Related to vaccine safety, what we are doing, ma? These transgenic animals are genetically engineered. So second option is correct. 163. In RNA, 2' OH at every nucleotide makes it stable than DNA. No, ma. In RNA, whatever 2' OH is there, that makes the RNA unstable. That makes the RNA unstable. Next. DNA contains uracil instead of thymine. No, both statements are incorrect, ma. DNA contains thymine instead of uracil. Next, 165. Every MacLeod McCarthy, what they said, ma, transforming principle is DNA they have proven year 1933 to 1944. 44. Next. Not a feature of genetic code they are asking. Fourth option, ma, genetic code nalli one codon always code for only one amino acid. It do not code for more than one amino acid. This is called as unambiguous nature. One codon always code for one amino acid. They are saying one codon code for multiple amino acids. No, it is wrong. Next, 169. hnRNA at the 5' end, what is happening, ma? Capping. Suppose this is the hnRNA, at the 5' end, methyl guanosine triphosphate is added. This process is called as a capping. Middle, removal of introns, joining of exons, that is called splicing. Addition of poly A tail at the 3' end, that is going to be called tailing. After these three, hnRNA will become mRNA. Next, 172. Thermus aquaticus is related to natural, thermostable DNA polymerase, ma, A2. Agrobacterium, natural genetic engineer, B1. Salmonella typhimurium is the first recombinant DNA experiment. Stanley Cohen and Herbert Bowery experiment, C4. Hind2 is a restriction enzyme, D3. Next, 174. EcoR1 palindromic sequence, ma, this is a 5' GAA TTC 3'. Opposite also same, 5' GAA TTC 3'. Next, 176. DNA fragments migrate further because they are easily passing through that ports. 178, ma, not a feature required in cloning vector. So third option, palindromics recognition sequence on every gene is not required, ma. Where we want to add our gene of interest, their palindromic sequence is there, that is fine. Next, 179. Stanley Cohen and Herbert Boyer experiment, they have taken the plasmid from Salmonella typhimurium. 180. So it is a common question. Answer is to the cotton bollworm, Cry1AC, Cry2AB. Corn borer is going to be Cry1AB. There completes the discussion, ma. I don't think so. Key changes are required. Everything is fine with the paper. This is all for today. Tomorrow we'll meet again with the paper discussion. Thank you.
Hello all. Let's start with Grant Test 2 paper discussion of chemistry. Question number 46. Idu match the following. Molarity ge unit anodu mole per liter. Molality ge mole per kg. Luminous intensity candela. Mole itself. Mole fraction, there is no unit. Therefore, it is 1C, 2E, 3D, 4A, 5B. So, it's option number 3. Let's go to the next question, 47. 47th question, when we consider, we have calcium carbonate with 2HCl giving rise to calcium chloride plus H2O plus CO2. ಈ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾವು 250 ಮಿಲಿಲೀಟರ್ 0.75 ಮೋಲಾರ್ HCl ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಶಿಯಂ ಕಾರ್ಬೊನೇಟ್ 1000 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಶಿಯಂ ಕಾರ್ಬೊನೇಟ್ ಇವು ಎರಡೂ ಕೂಡ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಶಿಯಂ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಈ ಎರಡು ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್ಸಿನ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಥ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವುದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಲಿಮಿಟಿಂಗ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೋಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೋಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ 1000 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 100 ಅಂದರೆ 10 ಮೋಲ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೋಲ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಮೊಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇಂಟು ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 1000. ಮೊಲಾರಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ 250 ಇಂಟು 0.75 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 1000 ಅಂದರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ 4 in 0.75 is for 0.19 times 0.19 moles. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ 1 mole ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಶಿಯಂ ಕಾರ್ಬೊನೇಟ್ಗೆ 2 moles ಆಫ್ HCl ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ 1 mole ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಶಿಯಂ ಕಾರ್ಬೊನೇಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಸ್ 2 moles ಆಫ್ HCl. ಆವಾಗ 10 molesಗೆ 20 moles ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. 1ಗೆ 2 ಬೇಕಂದರೆ 10ಗೆ 20 ಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋದು 0.19 ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಅದಾವೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ HCl becomes limiting reagent and calcium carbonate becomes excess reagent. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಏನೇ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಶಿಯಂ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು HCl ದಿಂದಾನೇ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅದರಿಂದಾನೇ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ 250 ಮಿಲಿಲೀಟರ್ 0.75 ಅಂದರೆ 0.19 ಮೋಲ್ಸ್. 2 moles ಆಫ್ HClಗೆ 1 mole ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಶಿಯಂ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 0.19ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 2 molesಗೆ 1 ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 0.19ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಫ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ 1/2 ಇಂಟು 0.19 ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ 0.92 18 5 0.95 moles ಅಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 0.95 moles ಇಂಟು ಅದರ ಮೋಲಾರ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ 111 ಇಂಟು 95 which is 10.545 grams. Option number 1 is correct answer. Looks like 0.095. So 10.545. So idu calculation. Let's go ahead with the next question. 48. ಫೋರ್ಟಿ ಏಯ್ತ್ ಕೂಡ
lengthy question. Let's solve. If wavelength of the first line of Paschen series of hydrogen atom is 720 nanometer, then the wavelength of the second line of this series calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. First new bar for first line calculate ಮಾಡೋಣ. First line in Paschen ಅಂದರೆ Lyman, Balmer, Paschen 1, 2, 3 ground state 3 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ 4 to 3 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲೈನ್ ಆದರೆ 5 to 3 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆರ್ ಇಂಟು 1/n1 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 1/n2 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಂಟು ಝೆಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಹಾಕೋಣ. ಆರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹಾಕುವ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. 1 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ n1 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, n1 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂದರೆ 3 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 4 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂದರೆ 16, 4 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ and 1 square, hydrogen atom, so 1 square, which is r into 1/9 minus 1/4 square is 16, which is 7r/144. ಇದು ನ್ಯೂ ಬಾರ್, ಬಟ್ ನನಗೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಬ್ಡಾ ಬೇಕು. ಲ್ಯಾಂಬ್ಡಾ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ 1/ನ್ಯೂ ಬಾರ್ which is equal to 144/7r, and we already have that lambda value with us. Let us calculate the lambda value, which is given there already. Let's substitute that. 720 equals 144 into r, 7r. I want the value of r, so I'll keep it as 144/7 into 720 in nanometers. I'll keep it this way. 144 divided by 7 into 720 is what I get, because r I send it that side and rest of the part is here. Then for the next part of the calculation, we'll take nu bar equals r into 1/n1 square minus 1/n2 square. Z square is anyway that. R place nalli 144 into 7 into 720 into 1 by, or I'll keep it r until the last minute. n1 square is 4 square, 3 square minus 1/5 square. So r into 1/9 minus 1/25, r into 25 minus 9 is 16, and then we have 25 into 9. We'll keep it this way. We'll substitute the value of r here, which is 144 divided by 7 into 720 into 16 divided by 25 into 9. Then I want lambda, which is 1/nu bar, which means 7 into 720 into 25 into 9 divided by 144 into 16. 9 in 144 for 16 times. So 16 16s are 256. Approximately we can count it for 10 times, then 720, 72 into 7. Approximately if I calculate, that is 494, which means it is option number 2, which is correct answer. ಈ ತರಹ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Let's go to the next question, 49th question. When the excited electron of a hydrogen atom from n equals 5 drops to the ground state, the maximum number of emission lines observed is. In order to calculate maximum number of observed lines, we have to take sigma delta n formula, number of lines ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ n ಅಂದರೆ n2 minus n1, sigma 5 minus ground state is 1, that is 4, which means 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, which means 10 is the correct answer. Option 1 is the correct answer. 50th question. Which one of the following is an incorrect statement? Electronegativity of aluminum is less than that of thallium. Electronegativity of aluminum, thallium ಗಳನ್ನು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ನಂಬರ್ 13 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೋರಾನ್, ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಯಂ, ಗ್ಯಾಲಿಯಂ, ಇಂಡಿಯಂ, ಥ್ಯಾಲಿಯಂ, ಇದರ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೇಟಿವಿಟಿ ನಾವು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ಇದು 2 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್, ಇದು 1.8, 1.7, 1.6, 1.5 ಯೂನಿಟ್. So the order of electronegativity is boron, thallium, indium, gallium, and then comes aluminum. So the statement thallium's electronegativity is higher than aluminum is correct statement. We need to look for the incorrect statement. The electronegativities of carbon and astatine are same. ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೂ ಆಸ್ಟಟೈನ್ಗೂ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೇಟಿವಿಟಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್, ಸಲ್ಫರ್, ಅಯೋಡಿನ್ ಮೂರಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ 2.5 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಸ್ಟಟೈನ್ಗೆ 2.2 ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಲುಕ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್, ಸಲ್ಫರ್, ಅಯೋಡಿನ್ ಮೂರು ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ 2.5 ಈಚ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಸ್ಟಟೈನ್ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ 2.2 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದು ತಪ್ಪು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಇನ್ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್. ದಿ ಅಯನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಾಫ್ನಿಯಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಜಿರ್ಕೋನಿಯಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜಿರ್ಕೋನಿಯಮ್ಗೂ ಹಾಫ್ನಿಯಮ್ಗೂ ಸೈಜ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರೋದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟೇ. ಇದು 160 ಪಿಕೋಮೀಟರ್, ಇದು 159 ಪಿಕೋಮೀಟರ್. ಬಟ್ ಜಿರ್ಕೋನಿಯಮ್ಗಿಂತ ಹಾಫ್ನಿಯಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಸೈಜ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಯೋನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟೇ. ದಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೇಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೋರಾನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಮ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ತಪ್ಪು. ಬೋರಾನ್ಗೆ 2 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್, ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಮ್ಗೆ 1.2 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಬೋರಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ electronegativity than magnesium. That's correct answer. Let's go to question number. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ 1, 2 and 4 ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೇಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವು. ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. 51st ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಥ್ಯಾಲಿಯಮ್, ಲೆಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿಸ್ಮತ್ ಈ ಮೂರು ಕೂಡ ಇನರ್ಟ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇಫೆಕ್ಟನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತವೆ. ಐರನ್, ಕೋಬಾಲ್ಟ್, ನಿಕೆಲ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ. ನಿಯಾನ್, ಆರ್ಗಾನ್, ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟಾನ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಲಂಡನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪರ್ಷನ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಆರ್ಸೆನಿಕ್, ಸ್ಟಿಬಿಯಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಜರ್ಮೇನಿಯಮ್ಗಳು ಮೆಟಲಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ AR, BP, CQ, DS ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 1 ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ 1. ಇಲ್ಲಿ F2O, OH2, Cl2O ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದಾಗ OF2, OCl2, OH2, ಫಸ್ಟ್ OH2 ಇದು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಎರಡೆರಡೆ. ಬಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೇಟಿವ್. ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಟಮಿನ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೇಟಿವಿಟಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್, I mean for fluorine compared to any other. Then lies water. ಅಂದರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 104, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 103 ಡಿಗ್ರೀಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ Cl2O ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ಇವು ಲಾರ್ಜರ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್. ಇವು ಲಾರ್ಜರ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ರಿಪಲ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆ ರಿಪಲ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಸುಮಾರು 110 ಡಿಗ್ರೀಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್. SiF4, SnF4, PbF4 are ionic in nature is a wrong statement. SiF4 is covalent in nature. SnF4, PbF4 ಗೆ ಬರೋವರೆಗೂ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್, ಜರ್ಮೇನಿಯಮ್, ಟಿನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೆಡ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈಜ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೈಜ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆವಾಗ ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್, ಕ್ಯಾಟಯಾನಿನ ಸೈಜ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆವಾಗ ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ SiF4 correct, but SiF4 is covalent. SnF4 and PbF4 are ionic. So first statement is true, second statement is false, and there is a correction in the key required. It is option number 3 actually, not 4. Let's go to 53. SF4 is isostructural with same structure ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೇಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ SF4 ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ಇದರ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ನಂಬರ್ 6, ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ 4, 6 - 4 = 2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇದೆ, 4 ಫ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್, 4 ಬಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವೆ. ಇದೇ ತರಹದ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಐಸೋಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ Br F4- ಅನ್ನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಇದು 17th ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ 7 and it has a negative charge. So 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 electrons, which means 2 lone pairs is what we get. 2 lone pairs ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತವೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ 4 ಬಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್. ಇದು 1 ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್, 1 ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್, 4 ಬಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರ್. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಇದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. CH4 ಮೀಥೇನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ಇದು 4, ಅದು 4, 0 ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ IF4 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ಇದು 17th ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ 7 and there is a positive charge. So 7 minus 1 and then minus 4 again. That means 8 minus 4, 4 electrons. I mean 6 minus 4, 2 electrons, 1 lone pair. ಒಂದು ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ 4 ಬಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಶೇಪ್. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು XeF4 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 18th ಗ್ರೂಪ್, ಅದು 4 ಬಾಂಡ್ 4 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ. 4 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ 2 ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ತಪ್ಪು, ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ XeO2F2. XeO2F2ನಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ನಂಬರ್ 18 ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ 8 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 8 ಮೈನಸ್ 2 2s are 4 ಮೈನಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ 2, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 2 2s are 4 minus 2 again, which means 8 minus 6. So 1 lone pair. ಇವು 4 ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ 4 ಬಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರ್. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಸೇಮ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ SF4, SF4 and then IF4 and then XeO2F2, ACE. Therefore CE, option 2 is correct answer. 54th question ಮಾಡೋಣ. 54th question ನಲ್ಲಿ 17 grams of ammonia completely vaporizes minus 33.42 degrees Celsius and 1 bar pressure, and the enthalpy change in the process is 23.4 kilojoule per mole. The enthalpy change for the vaporization of 85 grams of ammonia is. ಇದು ವೆರಿ ಈಸಿ. 17 grams ಅಂದರೆ 1 mole. 1 moleಗೆ 23.4 ಕಿಲೋಜೂಲ್. ಆವಾಗ 85 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ 23.4 ಫಾರ್ 17 ಆದರೆ ದೆನ್ 85ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ 5 times of this. ಸೊ 23.4 into 5 is 20 and then 17, therefore 101. Therefore 117. 117. Option number 1 is correct answer. Let's go to the next question. 55. For a dimerization, 2A gives rise to A2. Delta U0, delta S0 are given. Delta G0 has to be calculated. Delta G0 ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ G0 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ H0 ಮೈನಸ್ T ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ S0. ಅಂದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ G0 ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ G0 ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ H0 ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ U0 ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ H0 ಅನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ U0 ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ -20 ಕಿಲೋ ಜೂಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ N 1 minus 2, ಸೊ -1. R ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 8.314 into 10 to the power -3. ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು 300 ಕೆಲ್ವಿನ್. ಸೊ 8.3 ಅಷ್ಟು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸಾಕು, ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಬೇಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ 3 3s are 9, 8 3s are 24, that's 24.9, which means 2490. 2490 ಅಂದರೆ 2.490 ಕಿಲೋ ಜೂಲ್, ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ -20 -2.5 ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕಿಲೋ ಜೂಲ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 22.5 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೋಣ. -22.5 ಮೈನಸ್ 300 ಇಂಟು S0ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ -30, ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಜೂಲ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಸೊ 10 power -3 ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾಗ 3 ಈ ಝೀರೋಸ್ ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆದರೆ 3 3s are 9 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ -22.5 ಪ್ಲಸ್ 9 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ -13.5 ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 56th ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನೋಡೋಣ. 56th ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಡೇಟಾ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ಡೇಟಾ ನೋಡಿ ಯಾವುದು ಎಕ್ಸೋಧರ್ಮಿಕ್ ಯಾವುದು ಎಂಡೋಧರ್ಮಿಕ್ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸೋಧರ್ಮಿಕ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎಕ್ಸೋಧರ್ಮಿಕ್ ಆದರೆ ಕೆ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ಟಿ, ಎಂಡೋಧರ್ಮಿಕ್ ಆದರೆ ಕೆ ಈಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇಟಾ ನೋಡಿ, 298, 400, 500 ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದಾಗ ಕೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸೋಧರ್ಮಿಕ್. ಎರಡನೇದು ನೋಡಿ, 298, 500, 700 ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕೆ ಪಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. 24, 10, 4 ಪವರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಕೆ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ಟಿ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್. 298, 400, 500 ಈ ಮೂರು ಅದಾವೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 0.98, 47.9, 1700 ಇದೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕೆ ಪಿ ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಎಂಡೋಧರ್ಮಿಕ್. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸೋ ಎಂಡೋ. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 2 ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. 57th ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಗೆ ಬರೋಣ. ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ the homogeneous and heterogeneous equilibria from the reactions given below. First the esterification, ester hydrolysis. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ಸೇ, ಆಕ್ವಾ ಕೂಡ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಅಂತಲೇ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಎ ಈಸ್ ಹೋಮೋಜಿನಿಯಸ್. ಬಿ ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಏಕ್ವೆಸ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಮ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಸೊ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಹೋಮೋಜಿನಿಯಸ್. ಸಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಶಿಯಂ ಹೈಡ್ರಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಲಿಡ್, ಅದನ್ನು ವಾಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕರಗಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್, ಇದು ಹೆಟ್ರೋಜಿನಿಯಸ್. ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಶಿಯಂ ಕಾರ್ಬೊನೇಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಶಿಯಂ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇದು ಸಾಲಿಡ್, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್, ಅದು ಹೆಟ್ರೋಜಿನಿಯಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಕೆಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಬಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್, ಸೊ ಹೆಟ್ರೋಜಿನಿಯಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. PCl5, PCl3, Cl2 ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್, ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಹೋಮೋಜಿನಿಯಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ A, B, F ಆರ್ ಹೋಮೋಜಿನಿಯಸ್, C, D, E ಆರ್ ಹೆಟ್ರೋಜಿನಿಯಸ್. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 2 ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ 58. Ka ಫಾರ್ ಎಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್, Ka, Kb ಸಮಾನವಾಗಿ ಇರುವುದರಿಂದ ಅವುಗಳಿಂದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುವ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ pH = 7. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 1 ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಇನ್ acidic medium, potassium dichromate shows oxidizing action as represented in the half reaction ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಬರೆದುಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಅಂದರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ H ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ರೈಸ್ ಟು 2A ಪ್ಲಸ್ H2O ಅಂದರು. ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೆದಿದರೆ 2Cr+3 Cr+3 ಬರೆಯಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು 7 ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ 7 H2O ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ 7 2s are 14 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು +6 ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. +6 ಅಂದರೆ ಡಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, +12 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ 6 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ Cr+3 ಇದೆ. Cr2ಅನ್ನು 2Cr ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. 2 3s are 6 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 12 to 6 ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು 6 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸನ್ನು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ 6 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು 14 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ವೈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು 6 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಝೆಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು 7 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ 14, 6, 7 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ Cr+3 A. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 4 ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. 60th ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಈ 60th ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? N2 plus O2 gives rise to 2NO, 2 lead nitrate and then those are all given. N2O2 ಎರಡು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗಿ NO ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. lead nitrate gives rise to lead oxide NO2 and O2. ಇದು decomposition, one substance is dividing into more than one substance, therefore it's a decomposition. Then we have NaH2O. Na ಒಂದು H+ ಅನ್ನು ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, therefore it's a displacement reaction. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಇದೆ. 2NO2 plus OH minus gives rise to NO plus. ಅದು ಕೂಡ NO3 ಮೈನಸ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನೇಷನ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ +4 ಇದೆ. ಈ +4ರಿಂದ ಇದೇನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು 2 and then plus 5. Andre there is decrease in oxidation state and there is also increase in oxidation state, and hence I need to say that it is definitely something like disproportionation. It's a disproportionation reaction that we need to. Equation kuda balance agilla, so 2 electrons illi 1 electron illi andre I need to write 2 here, 2 3s are 6, 4 plus 5, 1 into 2, idu 4 to 2, therefore it is going to be 2. Then I need to write here 2 plus 1 3 NO2. Therefore you can see 6 plus 1 7, 2 3s are 6 plus 1 7. ಈಗ balance ಆಗಿದೆ. So it's a disproportionation reaction. Then we have something like we also have H2O here. Then we have option number 4 as correct answer. A4, B1, C2, D3 as correct answer. Let's go to the next part. 61st question. When we consider 61st question, we need to calculate retardation factors and their ratio has to be taken. Retardation factor for anything, if it has to be calculated, distance moved by solvent and distance moved by or travelled by compound. Idu retardation factor formula. So first retardation factor for A ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಆಮೇಲೆ B ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಆಮೇಲೆ C ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. A ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಬೇಸ್ ಲೈನ್ದಿಂದ 5 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್, ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು 12.5. RFC ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡೋಣ. C ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು 10, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ 12.5 ರೇಷಿಯೋ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. 5 by 12.5 by 10 by 12.5, 5 by 10, 5 by 10 is 0.5. ಅದನ್ನು ಇಂಟು 10 power minus 2 ಬರೀಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ 50 into 10 power minus 2. Option 3 is correct answer. Moving on, 62. Relative stability of the contributing structures is, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ contributing structures ಇನ relative stability find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Always the neutral one is more stable actually. Therefore CH2 double bond CH, C double bond OH. This is the topmost stable compound. Then ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದ ಎರಡು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ electronegative atom ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಯಾವುದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು more stable. Therefore 2 is more stable. Therefore CH2 plus CH double bond CO minus H ಇದು more stable. Then ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಆಲ್. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಮೂರರಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರಲಾರ್ದದ್ದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್, ನೋ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಸೆಪರೇಷನ್. ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಸೆಪರೇಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಸೆಪರೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಸೆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗೋದಂದರೆ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಇರೋದು +1 -1 ಆಗೋದು. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಥ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಮೋರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್. ಇದು +1 -1 ಆಗಿದೆ, ಆಗಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನು -1 ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಮೋರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್, ಮೋರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಅದು ಲೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ಲೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 3, which is 1 2 3. 63. Predict the major product of the following sequence. ಆ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು. Let's go ahead with that. Here it is, CH2 double bond. Okay, we have cyclohexane, methyl cyclohexane treated with bromine in presence of sunlight. ಸೊ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸನ್ಲೈಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಟೆರ್ಷರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಟೆರ್ಷರಿ ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದು ಮೋರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. CH3Br. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲಿಕ್ KOH ಹಾಕ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಷನ್, ಬೀಟಾ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಈ ಥರ. ಬೀಟಾ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಬೀಟಾ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಬೀಟಾನೇ ಅದು ಬೀಟಾನೇ. ಮೂರರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವತ್ತು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಸೇಸಸ್ ರೂಲ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು. ಸೇಸಸ್ ರೂಲ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕೂಡ, ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಕಡೆ ತೆಗೆದ್ರು ಆ ಕಡೆ ತೆಗೆದ್ರು ಅದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, HBr ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೆರಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ್ಯಂಟಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೋನಿಕೋವ್ಸ್ ರೂಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದರೆ Br ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ದಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ CH3Br. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 2 ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. 64th ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Which compound would give 3-methyl 6-oxoheptanol? 3-methyl 6-oxoheptanol on ozonolysis. ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಬೈ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್, ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಅದು ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಬೈ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಓಝನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಕೀಟೋನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್, ಅದು ಕೀಟೋನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆವಾಗ 1 2 3 3-ಮಿಥೈಲ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಂಥ 3-ಮಿಥೈಲ್ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಕಾಶನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಈ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ 1 2 3 4 5 ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 2 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನಲ್ಲೇ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇದು ನೋಡಿ 1 2 3 ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಬರಲ್ಲ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸೇ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ಈ ಥರ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 ಹೆಪ್ಟನಲ್ ಇದು 6-oxo, 6th ಪೊಸಿಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೀಟೋನ್, 3rd ಪೊಸಿಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಥೈಲ್. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. 65th ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಇವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯುವೇಟ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋವಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೇರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ನೆಸ್. ದಿ ಎಲಿವೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ ಬಾಯ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ temperature of water will be same for glucose and urea. ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ಗೂ ಯೂರಿಯಾಗೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಎರಡೂ ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡೂ ನಾನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಲೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಎಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಎನಿವೇ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಎ ಖಂಡಿತ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿ, ಎಸಿಯೋಟ್ರೋಪಿಕ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ದೇರ್ ಕಾಂಪೊಸಿಷನ್. ಹೌದು, ಎಸಿಯೋಟ್ರೋಪಿಕ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ವೇಪರ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಫೇಸಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಕಾಂಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಬಿ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ. ಸಿ, ಆಸ್ಮೋಸಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹೈಪರ್ಟೋನಿಕ್ ಟು ಹೈಪೋಟೋನಿಕ್. ಅದು ಹೈಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡನೇದು ಹೈಪೋ, ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್. ಹೈಪರ್ಟೋನಿಕ್ ಟು ಹೈಪೋಟೋನಿಕ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೈಪೋರಿಂದ ಹೈಪರ್ಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ 32%, ಅದು ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಸೊ ಮೊಲಾರಿಟಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಬೈ ಮೋಲಾರ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಇಂಟು 1000 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್. ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಬದಲು ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಬರೀಬೋದು. ಮೊಲಾರಿಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು 0. ಮೊಲಾರಿಟಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು 4.09. ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು, ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ 32%. 32% ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು 32 grams in 100 grams of solution. So 32 divided by sulfuric acid 98 into 1000 divided by 100 is the mass of the solution. Density is not known to us, we need to calculate. So 4.09 equals 32 divided by 98, approximately 3 times anta anukobodu, into 10 into density is what we have. ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ 4.09 into 3 divided by 10 equals density, which is 12.27. 12.27 by 10 which is 1.227, which is 1.226 approximately. So yes, correct answer. E, excuse me. E, when we consider the density of, yes, that is a correct statement. E hogona. The graph of solubility versus temperature for dissolution of most of the inorganic salts is linear with negative slope, is what we are given. Graph of solubility versus temperature for dissolution of most of the inorganic salts. Inorganic salts anna now consider madiddaga most of the inorganic salts andre ionic compounds ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅವುಗಳ dissolution is always endothermic. Most of them are endothermic. ಇದು ನಮಗೆ solubility enthalpy-ನಲ್ಲಿ thermodynamics-ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಎಂಡೋಥರ್ಮಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ಗೆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಾಲ್ಯುಬಿಲಿಟಿ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ತಪ್ಪಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಬಿ ಡಿ is correct answer. Let's go to the next one. 66th. The freezing point of 1 molar NaCl, assuming NaCl to be 100% dissociated in water is. ಈ ತರಹ ಫ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಟಿ ಎಫ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಐ ಇಂಟು ಕೆ ಎಫ್ ಇಂಟು ಎಮ್. ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಟಿ ಎಫ್ is what we have here, which is to be calculated. NaCl completely dissociate ಆಗಿದೆ, so I is 2, Kf value is 1.86, molality value whatever we got here is 1 molar, so it is 3.72. Delta Tf andre T naught F minus Tf, which is 3.772. T naught F is 0, therefore 3.72 degrees Celsius. So Tf is minus 3.72. So option number 2 is correct answer. 67th question madona. When we consider 67th question, an aqueous solution of 2% non-volatile solute exerts a vapor pressure of 1.004 bar at a normal boiling point of the solvent. What is the molecular mass of the solute? Normal boiling point. Normal boiling point andre 1 atmosphere pressure hattira andre 1.013 bar anta consider ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ P1 naught minus P1 by P1 naught equals W2 by M2 into M1 divided by W1 ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ what we get here is P1 naught pure solvent ಗೆ 1.013 minus 1.004 divided by 1.013 equals W2 mass of the substance 2, molar mass ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. 100% ನಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಹೋದರೆ 98 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 98 ಅಂದರೆ molar mass 18 divided by 98 is what we get. ಅಂದರೆ 2% ಅಂದ್ರಲ್ವಾ, 2/100 ಇದು W2, ಆವಾಗ W1 ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು 98 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ 1.013 ಮೈನಸ್ 1.004. So what we get is 0.009 divided by 1.013, which equals 2 by M2 into 18 by 98. ಈಗ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದನ್ನು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ M2 ಆ ಕಡೆ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ. M2 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ 2 into 18 into 1.10 1.013 ಅಲ್ಲ 013 1.013 divided by 0.009 into 98. So what we do is 36 into 1.013 divided by 9 into 10 to the power minus 3 ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು ಇದನ್ನು. ಈ 36 ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 4 times ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Then we have 4 by 98. 4 by 98 approximately if we consider it to be 100, then it is going to be 10 to the power minus 1 in the denominator 40. The answer is close to 40. Close to 40 grams ಇರೋದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 2. ಈ ತರಹ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 68th ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Therefore let's go ahead with the next part. So here we have question number 68. EMF of galvanic cells is given. ಆ galvanic cells ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇ ಎಮ್ ಎಫ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದು ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಜಿಂಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಗೆ ಇ ಎಮ್ ಎಫ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾಗ ಇ ಸೆಲ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಇ ನಾಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 0.059 by n log concentration of zinc plus 2 divided by copper plus 2 concentration. ಇಷ್ಟು ಬರೆದಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೋಬೇಕಾದ ವಿಷಯ ಏನಂದರೆ ಈ ಸೆಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ಜಿಂಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ಕಾಪರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಜಿಂಕ್ದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಪರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಟುದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು 4ರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಎನಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಸೇಮ್ ಅದಾವೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಈವನ್ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆ 2 ಸೇಮ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಈವನ್ E4 ಸೇಮ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಬಿ ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಬಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಜಿಂಕ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ, ಕಾಪರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಅಂದರೆ E2 ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಪರ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ, ಜಿಂಕ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಅಂದರೆ E3 ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ದಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 4 ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. 69th ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಯಾವುದು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಪವರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ, ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅಂತ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಯಂ Fe+2Br-, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ. ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಲೋವರ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಹೈಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಪವರ್. ಸೊ ಲೋವೆಸ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇರೋದು ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಯಮ್ಗೆ, ದೆನ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ Fe+2, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ Br-. So option 1 is correct answer. Observe the mechanism and answer the question. ಅದು ಡಿಹೈಡ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. The correct statement is ಅನ್ನೋದು question. So molecularity of the reaction is 2 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲಾರಿಟಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇದು ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್. ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ 1 ಅಂದರು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ 2 ಸ್ಲೋವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸ್ಲೋವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಪೇ ರೇಟ್ ಡಿಟರ್ಮಿನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ರೇಟ್ ಡಿಟರ್ಮಿನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ನ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲಾರಿಟಿನೇ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ರೇಟ್ ಡಿಟರ್ಮಿನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಅಯಾನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲಾರಿಟಿ 1, ಸೊ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಇಸ್ 1. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಎಸ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ 1 ಇಸ್ ಅ ರೇಟ್ ಡಿಟರ್ಮಿನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್. ತಪ್ಪು. ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ರೇಟ್ ಡಿಟರ್ಮಿನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್, ದಿ ಅಬಾವ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಅಬಾವ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ is an elementary reaction under adu complex reaction. There are many steps involved in it. So those are the false statements, and second statement is correct statement. 71st question. If rate constant of a chemical reaction is 10 to the power minus 2 second inverse, then the time required for the completion of 20% of the reaction will be. ಇದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಮಗೆ. ಸೊ K ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ 2.303 by T log R0 divided by R ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ K ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತಗೋಬೇಕು 10 to the power minus 2, 2.303, ಟೈಮ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, log 100 by 20 ಮುಗಿದಿದೆ, 80 ಉಳಿದಿದೆ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಈ ಎರಡು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. T ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ 2.303 divided by 10 power minus 2. Log 10 minus log 8 is what we get. 2.303, 10 power minus 2, log 10 is 1, log 8 is 0.9, so 2.303 into 10 power 2, that is 230 into 0.1 ಅಂದರೆ approximately 23. 23ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 2. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 2 is correct answer. 72nd question. Maximum oxidation state of reasonable stability corresponds to sum of number of ns electrons and n minus 1d electrons up to manganese. ಇದು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಾನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಂಗನೀಸ್ವರೆಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಯಮ್, ಟೈಟಾನಿಯಮ್, ವ್ಯಾನಡಿಯಮ್, ಕ್ರೋಮಿಯಮ್, ಮ್ಯಾಂಗನೀಸ್ವರೆಗೂ ಕೂಡ 4s2 3d1, 4s2 3d2, 4s2 3d3, 4s1 3d5, 4s2 3d5 ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಗ 2 + 1 ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವೆ, 2 + 2 4, 2 + 3 5, 1 + 5 6, 2 + 5 7. Therefore maximum oxidation states ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಯಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ +3, ಟೈಟಾನಿಯಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ +4, vanadiumನಲ್ಲಿ +5, 6 and 7, and that definitely corresponds to ns electrons and also n-1d electrons, and hence that is a correct statement. CO is a pi acceptor ligand. Yes, that is also a correct statement. So both statements are correct. 73. Which of the following elements show +4 in their oxides only? Cerium shows a +4 state in various compounds, so that is not correct. So we have B, which is dysprosium, C, terbium. We also have praseodymium and neodymium, but they are not given here. So we have two elements, B and C. Option 3 is correct answer. Europium and terbium do not show +4, instead they show +2. Therefore I need to say 73rd question ge 3 correct answer. Key tappu kottidare, so 73 is 3. 74th question. The total number of isomers for a square planar complex is, ಅಲ್ಲಿ total number of isomers ಅನ್ನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ M, F, Cl, SCN, NO2. ಇದು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ 3 ಐಸೋಮರ್ಸನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್, 2 ಸಿಸ್ 1 ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್, MABXY ಟೈಪ್. ಆದರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಂಕೇಜ್ ಐಸೋಮರಿಸಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಥರ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ MFCl, SCN, NO2 ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನೇನಂತ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿ ಸತ 3 ಬರೋದಂತೂ ಖಂಡಿತ. ಇದು SCN ಇದ್ದು ಅದು NO2 ಇದ್ದಾಗ 3 ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಇದು SCNನೇ ಇದ್ದು ಅದು ONO ಆದಾಗ 3 ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಇದು NCS ಇದ್ದು ಅದು NO2 ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅದು 3 ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು NCS ಇದ್ದು ಅದು ONO ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾಗ ಇದು 3 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ 4 3s are 12 isomers possible. Option number 4 is correct answer. 75th question ನೋಡೋಣ. Ethane 1,2 diamine is a chelating ligand. Cheating ಅಲ್ಲ, chelating ligand. So A is correct statement. B, metallic aluminum, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ 2 ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ chelating ligand ಆಗೇ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. Metallic aluminum is produced by electrolysis of aluminum oxide in presence of cryolite. ಕರೆಕ್ಟೇ? ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಯಂ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ Al2O3 ಅನ್ನು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಲೈಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ರಯೋಲೈಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಕ್ರಯೋಲೈಟ್ ಇಸ್ Na3Al F6, ಸೊ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸಿ, ಸಯನೈಡ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಲೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಲ್ವರ್. ಸಿಲ್ವರನ್ನು ತೆಗಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸಯನೈಡನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫಿಕೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸಿಲ್ವರ್ ಸಯನೈಡ್ ಅನ್ನುವ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸನ್ನು ತಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸೊ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಕರೆಕ್ಟೇ. ಫಾಸ್ಫೀನ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ವಿಲ್ಕಿನ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ಕೆಟಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಟ್ರೈಫಿನೈಲ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೀನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೊ ಡಿ ಇಸ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್. ದ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಶಿಯಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಮ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೇಮ್, they are actually different. Calcium ge higher stability constant, magnesium ge lower stability constant. Therefore we need to say it's A, B, C are the correct statements. 76th question ಹೋಗೋಣ. 76th question ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಥೈಲ್ ಸೈಕ್ಲೋಹೆಕ್ಸೇನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸನ್ಲೈಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾಗ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಐಸೋಮರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೀರಿಯೋ ಅಂದರು. ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇದೊಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರೂ ಒಂದೇ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ 1 2 3 4 5 ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಬರುವ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಏನಂತಂದರೆ CH2Cl, Cl, Cl, ಅಂದರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾವೆ? 5. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 2 ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. Arrange the following compounds for their reactivity towards nucleophilic substitution with HBr ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಂತಂದರೆ reactivity depends on stability of carbocation, the benzyl carbocation. So I am writing the benzyl carbocations first. ಸೊ ಅದು ಎಗೆ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಬೆನ್ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೋಕ್ಯಾಟಯಾನ್, ಇದು ಬಿಗೆ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಬೆನ್ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೋಕ್ಯಾಟಯಾನ್, ಇದು ಸಿಗೆ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಬೆನ್ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೋಕ್ಯಾಟಯಾನ್, ಇದು ಡಿಗೆ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಕಾರ್ಬೋಕ್ಯಾಟಯಾನ್. ಈ 4ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬರೋದು ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೋಕ್ಯಾಟಯಾನ್. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇರೋದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ರಿಲೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇರುವಂತಹ OCH3. ಸೊ ಸಿ. ಇದಾದ ನಂತರ ನಮಗೆ ಎ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲೈಸು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲೈಸು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಮೈನಸ್ ಐ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎಮ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ದ್ವಾರ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಐ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್. NO2 ವಿತ್ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಖಂಡಿತ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಬಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ CADB. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 2 ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. 78th ನಾವು ಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರ IUPAC ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಸೊ Cl OH Br. ನಾನು 1 2 3 4 5 6 ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಹಾಗೆ 1 2 3 4 5 6 ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು ನಂಬರಿಂಗ್. ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾಗ OHಗೆ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರೋದು ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನಮಗೆ. OHಗೆ ಈ ಕೆಳಗಿನ ನಂಬರಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ತಪ್ಪು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ ಹೆಕ್ಸನಾಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ 1 ಬ್ರೋಮೋ 5 ಕ್ಲೋರೋ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಥಾಯಲ್. ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ 1 ಬ್ರೋಮೋ 5 ಕ್ಲೋರೋ 4 ಮಿಥಾಯಲ್ ಹೆಕ್ಸೇನ್ 3 ಆಲ್. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 3 ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. 79th ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದಾಗ 79th ಒಂದು ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ, CH2OH ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ CH2OH CHO ಆಗಿದೆ. ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡಲಾರ್ದ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಮೈಲ್ಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕು, ಅದು PCC. ಎರಡನೇದರಲ್ಲಿ 2 OH ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವೆ, ಒಂದು ಟೆರ್ಷರಿ ಒಂದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ರಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆರ್ಷರಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ CrO3 ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. CrO3 ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾಗ ಟೆರ್ಷರಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ರಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ O. ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. 80 H2PDBaSO4 ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಟ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ರೋಸನ್ಮನ್ಸ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್. SnCl2HCl ಸ್ಟೀಫನ್ಸ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್. CrO2Cl2CS2 Itard's reaction. COHCl is Gatterman-Koch synthesis. Option 4 is correct answer. Next one. ಈಗ A equals A gives rise to PT. ಆದರೆ 2 moles of H2 ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 2 moles of H2 ಅಂದರೆ 2 ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. ಅನ್ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್ 2 ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ KMnO4 ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾಗ ಈ ಥರ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು ಈ ಥರ. ಆವಾಗ ಇದು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದು ಆಕ್ಸಲಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಗ್ಲೈಆಕ್ಸಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆನ್ ಫರ್ದರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಲಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ Option number 1. 82nd question. An organic compound P of molecular formula C6H12O3 gives positive iodoform test but negative tolerance test. When P is treated with dilute acid, it produces Q. Q gives positive tolerance test and also iodoform test. The structure of P is. So, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ C6H12O3 ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಐಡೋಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ಟಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದರೆ CO CH3 ಕೀಟೋನ್ ಆದರೂ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ CHOH CH3 ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಆದರೂ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಾಣ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕೀಟೋನ್. ಕೀಟೋನ್ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೀಟೋನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, ಥರ್ಡ್, ಫೋರ್ತರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ವೆನ್ ಪಿ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ರೀಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಡೈಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂ. ಕ್ಯೂ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಟೊಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಆವಾಗ ಐಡೋಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ COCH3 ಇದ್ದೇ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದೇನು, ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ. ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮೇಲೆ 2 OCH3 ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆ ತರಹ ಇರೋದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 3 ಮಾತ್ರ. ಅಂದರೆ CH3 C ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ O CH OCH3 and then CH2 OCH3 OCH3. ಇದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋ, CH3 ಹೋಯಿತು OH ಬರುತ್ತೆ, CH3 ಹೋಯಿತು OH ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಜೆಮಿನಲ್ ಡಯೋಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹೈಲಿ ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ದೆನ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ವಾಟರ್. ವಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 3 ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ CH3 CH2 COOH ಅನ್ನುವ ಕಂಪೌಂಡನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ CH3CONH2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಹೈಡ್ರಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಮತ್ತು Br2 ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದರೆ ಹಾಫ್ಮನ್ ಡಿಗ್ರೇಡೇಷನ್ ಇದು. ಆವಾಗ CH3CH2 NH2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಹೋಗಿ ಅನಂತರ ನೈಟ್ರಸ್ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ನೈಟ್ರಸ್ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ ಹಾಕಿದರೆ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಡೈಅಝೋಟೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್. ಈ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಇರುವ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ಗೆ ಬೆನ್ಝೀನ್ ಡೈಸೋನಿಯಂ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಹಾಕಿದರೆ ಆವಾಗ ಈ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸ್ ಆಗಿ HCl N2H ವಾಟರ್ ಹೋಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬೆನ್ಝೀನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಬೆನ್ಝೀನ್. ಡಿಅಮಿನೇಷನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 1 is correct answer. 84. The number of compounds from the following which can undergo reaction with bromine and potassium hydroxide to give respective products, and these products can also be obtained separately by Gabriel thalamide synthesis. So now first ಯಾವುದು ಡಿಗ್ರೇಡೇಷನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆ ಕಂಪೌಂಡನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅದರಿಂದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿದ ಕಂಪೌಂಡನ್ನು ಗ್ಯಾಬ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಥ್ಯಾಲಿಮೈಡ್ ಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ದ್ವಾರ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಆಲಿಫ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಅಮೈಡ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ಅವು ಮಾತ್ರ ಹಾಫ್ಮನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ ಮತ್ತು ಗ್ಯಾಬ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಥ್ಯಾಲಿಮೈಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಆರೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ದು ಹಾಫ್ಮನ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಗ್ಯಾಬ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಥ್ಯಾಲಿಮೈಡ್ರಿಂದ ಎನಿಲಿನ್ ತಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಎರಡನೇದು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ರೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡನೇದು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೋ ಎರಡನೇದು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡನೇದು ಆಲಿಫ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್. ಆಲಿಫ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದು ಹಾಫ್ಮನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಖಂಡಿತ. ಹಾಫ್ಮನ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಗ್ಯಾಬ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಥ್ಯಾಲಿಮೈಡ್. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಲಿಫ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಅಮೈಡ್, ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಕೂಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಮೈಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಮೈಡ್ಸ್ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋ ಹಾಫ್ಮನ್ ಡಿಗ್ರೇಡೇಷನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್, ತಪ್ಪು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ರೋ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ರೋ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಆಲಿಫ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಅದು ಖಂಡಿತ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ರಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಹಾಫ್ಮನ್ ಡಿಗ್ರೇಡೇಷನನ್ನು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ತಪ್ಪಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ C6H11 C ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡು NH2 ಮಾತ್ರ ಖಂಡಿತ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ರೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಥರ್ಡ್ ರೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್, ಇವು ಮಾತ್ರ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 3 ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. 85 ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೋಬೇಕು. ಹಿಸ್ಟಿಡಿನ್ ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲೈಸಿನ್ ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆರ್ಜಿನೈನ್ ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಿಥಿಯೋನೈನ್ ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 2 ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಎಮೈಲೋಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಆಲ್ಫಾ 1,4 ಗ್ಲೈಕೋಸೈಡಿಕ್ ಲಿಂಕೇಜ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್. ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲೋಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡೇ, ಆದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಟಾ 1,4 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಗ್ಲೈಕೋಜನ್ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ 1,4 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಮೈಲೋಪೆಕ್ಟಿನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡೇ, ಬಟ್ 1,4 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 1,6 ಎರಡು ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ A4 B1 C2 D3 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 2 ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ 87 ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಡಿಶ್ ಆರೆಂಜ್ ಕಲರ್ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಷನ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ. ಸೊ A2 ಸಿಯರಿಕ್ ಅಮೋನಿಯಂ ನೈಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಡ್ ಕಲರ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫೆರಿಕ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ವಯಲೆಟ್ ಆರ್ ಬ್ಲೂ ಆರ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ C4 2,4 DNP ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ ಆರೆಂಜ್ ಆರ್ ಆರೆಂಜ್ ರೆಡ್ ಕಲರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 1. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ A2 B3 C4 D1 ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 88 ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ ಕಲರ್ ಸಲ್ಫೈಡ್ಸ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಮೋನಿಯಂ ಸಲ್ಫೈಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ ಇನ್ ಕಲರ್, ಲೆಡ್ ಸಲ್ಫೈಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಇನ್ ಕಲರ್, ಕಾಪರ್ ಸಲ್ಫೈಡ್ ಕೂಡ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಇನ್ ಕಲರ್, ನಿಕೆಲ್ ಸಲ್ಫೈಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಇನ್ ಕಲರ್, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕಲರ್ ಸಲ್ಫೈಡ್ಸ್. ಆರ್ಸಿನಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಸೆನಿಕ್ ಸಲ್ಫೈಡ್ಸ್ ಎರಡು ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ. ಸೊ ADE ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. 89th ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಸಿನಾನ್ ಟ್ರೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಪಿರಾಮಿಡಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, sp3 ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. XCF2 ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಇದೆ, sp3 ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್, sp3D ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. XCOF4 ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪಿರಮಿಡಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. SCF6 ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಕ್ಟಾಹೆಡ್ರನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 3 ಈಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಸಿಡಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸಿಡಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಈಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು 2 ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್, ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ನಂಬರ್, ಅಥವಾ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್. ಆ ಥರ ನೋಡಿದರೆ HClO4ನಲ್ಲಿ +7 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್, 4 2s are 8 -1. HClO3ನಲ್ಲಿ 5, 3 2s are 6 -1. HClO2ನಲ್ಲಿ 3, HOClನಲ್ಲಿ 1, 7 5 3 1. Option number 3 is correct answer. So here this is all about the paper. I definitely know that the paper is a bit tough, but yet do not lose confidence, keep working hard, and we'll see how much we'll be able to pick up. We try to cover various types of questions to a difficult level of question paper by taking this question paper. So you can practice all those. Different types of concepts are covered. So it will be a very good practice to solve this question paper. Thank you.
Good evening, dear students. Today let us discuss the question paper 2. Compare with yesterday, today somewhat lengthy paper. Yesterday question paper is somewhat reasonable, but now it is taking more time to solve the problems. That's why in this 1 hour time, so or 1 hour 20 minutes time, some problems just I will give the hint, through the hint you can go. And second point is that in some problems I will give the formula, just you substitute the values in the given formula and you can go through the answer, right? I hope you may understand because it takes some time. Next, let's go for the question paper. Question number 1. So question number 1, so if dimensional formula of a physical quantity m power a, b power L power b, T power c, then the physical quantity can be, they are asking that. That is an unknown physical quantity they have given, that they have given m power a, L power b, so T power c. First of all, the given options 4 they have given. For the 4 physical quantities, torque, surface tension, impulse, acceleration, you have to know the dimension formula first. For the torque dimension formula similar to the work only, that is given by m power 1 L power 2 T power minus 2. Surface tension, so capital T is equal to force per unit length, that is equal to m power 1 L power, so 1 T power, so minus 2 by L, this L power 1 cancel, is equal to m power 1 L power 0 T power minus 2. And next what, impulse I is equal to, so change in momentum, nothing but delta P, nothing but mass into velocity, so m power 1 L power 1 T power minus 1. Because change in momentum, nothing but momentum only, momentum is equal to what? So m power 1 L power 1 T power minus 1, m power 1 belongs to mass and L power 1 T power minus 1 belongs to velocity. And last one is the acceleration is equal to, so acceleration what? Velocity by time, therefore now what? That is so m power 0 L power 1 T power minus 2. So just you compare in place of the A, in place of the B, in place of the C, which option is suitable. In place of the A, so A is equal to 1, B is equal to C is equal to minus 2. So see the every option and check that and you can go through the answer which one is the suitable for that question. Next question number 2. Let's go for the question number 2. Question number 2 is what? A body dropped from the top of your tower falls through 40 meter during the last 2 seconds of its fall. So the height of the tower is they are asking. For example, from this is the height of the tower. So this is the ground I am taking that, right? And this is the last one. In this last 2 seconds means what? The time is 2 seconds of the time and this displacement amount they have given 40 meter. Right now, for example, if the body takes 5 meters 5 seconds of the time to reach, last 2 seconds to reach the ground, how much distance traveled? 40 meter. Therefore, now for example, if you take the total height, for example, h I am taking that amount. And this you take for example, so h naught is equal to 40 meter. So what you can take now, what? If you take the total time is the t, means what? For this one, total time is the t from dropping point to reaching point. So h is equal formula what for the free fall? H is equal to half gt square you can say. Next what they have given so the height of the tower they are asking that, and h naught is equal to how much now? H naught is equal to, so you can say h naught is equal to half g into, so this remaining distance. For example, if you take h dash, so h dash is equal to what now? So half g t minus 2 whole square, because if you take this is the h naught, this I will take what Nana? That is the h dash I will take. So for the remaining time how much now? Half g t minus 2 whole square. And they have given what? H minus h dash is equal to 40 meter and h is equal to how much now? Half g into, so t square, so minus half g into, so t minus 2 whole square is equal to 40. Alright, so after simplification what we can get Nana? So half, so g into, so this is t square minus t minus 2 whole square is equal to what? 40. Therefore now what? So this is g is equal to 5 and g is equal to 10 by 5. So now what 10 by 2 means what? 5 goes upside. Therefore t into, so t, that is a plus b into a minus b form. If you take a plus b into a minus b form, a plus b means what? So t minus t, so plus 2, right or not? Therefore now if you take, this is the a, this is the mean, how it is looking like that? A square minus b square. Formula we know a plus b into a minus b. So therefore now what? That is the, so plus this one, so 2 minus 2, therefore now what? A minus b, so this you are getting what amount is equal what? So g by 2, 10 by 2, 5, that is what? So 8 you will get, and after simplification, so you will get the time t is equal to, that time you substitute here, you can get the height of the tower h is equal to half gt square, okay? Just so for the total time h is equal to half gt square, and for this one how much amount? This is so t minus 2, because last 2 seconds they have taken h naught is equal to 40 meter and h minus h dash is equal to 40. In place of the h you substitute the values and solve for the t first. So you will get the answer t. So this you can write a square minus b square. So a plus b into a minus b. So t plus t minus 2, 2t minus 2. So what? After this you can get the answer. So some time you will get, and that time you substitute in the equation number 1 beta. So you will get the height of the tower. Now let's go for the third question. Question number 3. So now the question number 3 is, resultant of two vectors a and b is of magnitude root 7b they have given. The value of a by b they have given. And you see the diagram, the angle between a vector and b vector is equal to 60 degrees. Therefore resultant formula what? Resultant formula r is equal to under root of a square plus b square plus 2ab, so cos 60 degrees, because in between them they have given 60, therefore r is equal to, so root 7, and so root 7 into b, if you take, that is equal to under root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos 60 value 1 by 2, 2 get cancelled, that is what? That is I am taking that ab. If you take the square on both sides, 7b square is equal to a square plus b square plus ab, we got it. Okay, now on both sides, so what they are asking, that a by b. If you divide on both sides with b square, this is the b square, I am taking that this is also b square. Now you will get what? 7 is equal to a square by b square, nothing but a by b whole square plus b square 1. So plus ab by b means what? That is ab only. A by b will get. So now here what is that? If you take let a by b is equal to x, if you take, let a by b is equal to x if you take, therefore what you can say now, this one become, the one comes this side, 6 is equal to x square plus x, therefore now from this what you can get, so x square plus x is equal to what? 6, and x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Find out the, so quadratic equations, for that we will get the answer. What? That is equal to x square plus 3x minus 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. So x into x plus 3 minus 2 into, so x plus 3 is equal to 0. After simplification we will get x is equal to either 2 or x is equal to minus 3. Therefore now already we confirmed that x is equal to a by b. This a by b only they are asking in the question. What is the ratio of a by b? Therefore x is equal to 2 or x is equal to minus 3 means here in this option minus 3 is not there. Therefore only third option is correct, that is a 2. Now let's go another question. So that's what, starting from rest, a body slides down a 45 degrees inclined plane in twice the time it takes to slide down the same distance in the absence of friction. The coefficient of friction between the body and the inclined plane they are asking. For example, if you take this is one surface, this is one more surface, but it is a theta, here also theta, angle is the same, and this is the rough surface. It is the rough surface, coefficient of friction mu, and the length is L and the length is L, and if you are taking a body here, now it is coming down, and if you take the body here, it is also coming down. But Here the time on the rough surface is a TR, time on the smooth surface system TS, right now. So inclined plane is the same, means length of the inclined plane for the both is L, and the angle of inclination for the both of the plane is equal to theta. But thing is what? So here, so this is the rough surface, this is the smooth surface, therefore now what? So your formula what the time taken for the rough surface is equal to, so 2 times of the time taken for the smooth surface, and this is the question number 4. Let us discuss now. So what is the time formula? So already in one dimension motion you can say that is a 2L by, so acceleration, that is what? So A smooth surface, and this is what? So that is a 2L by, so what you can say, that is the, so A rough surface, correct? This is A rough surface. Now, so if you into what? Into, you should not forget that is what? 2, because 2 times of it. And if you take the square on both sides, so what you can get now? 2L by, so AS is equal to 4 into, so 2L by, so AR we got it. AR is the, therefore now what? So 2L ones are, so 2L cancel. Therefore now what? 1 by AS is equal to 4 by A into R. Therefore, so what is that? So A into R is equal to 4 times of what? That is the A smooth. Okay. No? Therefore now after simplification you can get the answer. So I hope, sorry, this is the rough surface, no? Rough surface only, no? I am very sorry for that. TR is equal to, sorry for this, because T rough surface we have taken, no? So rough surface what? That is equal to 2L by AR. Sorry for the mistake, guys. Therefore now this is a 2 into, so root over, it is a 2L by AS we have taken. So actually TR, rough surface time is equal to 2 times of the smooth surface, and if you take the square on both sides, so what you can get? 2L by AR value I am taking what? That is equal to, so G into what? Sin theta minus mu cos theta. So E is equal to, so 2L by, that is what? G sin theta into what? Into 4. That is the 4 of it. Okay. Now you solve it. 2L cancel, and here G cancel. Therefore what you can get? 1 by, so sin theta, so minus mu cos theta is equal to, so 4 by, so sin theta. So in this, if you practice this one now, what is that? So you can find out mu is equal to how much. Just to substitute the values and you can get the answer. Okay. And don't forget, I thought that it is the smooth surface, but rough surface is equal to 2 times of the smooth surface. Follow this one and cancel all this one, because if you take the square on both sides, so here square root cancel, 2 becomes 4, and after simplification you got what? 1 by sin theta, because theta is equal to how much? Theta is equal to 45 degrees they have given. Just your duty is substitute the values and you can get the answer mu. Next, question number 5. Question number 5. Let us go for question number 5. So what they asked, a ball falls under gravity from a height of 10 meter with initial downward velocity v meter per second. It collides with the ground, loses half of its kinetic energy in collision, so and rises back to the same height. The initial velocity is they are asking. For example, now watch. So here this is the ground, right? At this point, generally this is not a dropping body. This is a body which is projecting down with velocity estimate that so v1 is equal to v they have given. Therefore now what? Here height how much? h1 is equal to, so 10 meters they have given. From that height the body is dropping. Now what is that? After dropping here, while going upside, it is reaching to the same height. There is no change in the height. Right or not? But final velocity v2 is equal to compulsory 0. Therefore now what here? So this height again how much? h2 is equal to 10 meters only. Now they say that, so during this collision, so half of the energy will be lost. First of all, so tell me what is the total energy? Initial energy what? Initial energy, so E is equal to, that's what I am taking, that mgh plus of mv square I am taking that, because that is the initial energy. Next what? After coming here, it loses how much of energy? It loses half of the energy. Therefore now what is that? So E dash is equal to what? So E final energy E dash is equal to, so what is that? That is equal to, so half of, it loses no. So half of initial energy E is equal to how much now? That is equal to half into, so mg h plus, so half m v square, correct? Right now, half m, this is the initial energy, no? Half mgh plus half mv square. But do you know beta? So E dash is equal to how much now? So because E dash is equal to, in place of the E dash, we are substituting what? mgh plus final energy is equal to 0. Why we have to take 0? Because the body is coming down. While coming down, you are projecting with some velocity, but after reaching to the same height, the body stops there. They said reaches to the same point, but what is the meaning of it? When the kinetic energy becomes 0, then the body will stop there. Means what? The body has to come there. The body has to come there and the body should stop there. Then and only then, so what? The final velocity becomes 0. Therefore, now what? So in this, I am not substituting the half mv square. That is equal to what? So half mg h plus 2 into 2, that is a half mv square, and if you simplify, so m cancel, and from this you will get the v is equal to answer. Okay na? So nothing first of all, the initial energy at this point, right, is equal to mgh plus half mv square, because generally for free fall body we can take velocity at this point is equal to 0. That is not a freely falling body, that is the projecting, vertically projecting downward body. Therefore, at this point you are giving some velocity estimado, v is equal to v. That question only they are asking. So height how much? 10 meters. Therefore, initial energy u is equal to mgh plus half mv square. But after striking the ground, it loses the half of its initial energy. Therefore, the final energy E dash is equal to half into, so E, where E is the initial energy, substitute that you can get the answer. But as per the original definition, so E dash is what? So final energy what? After going here, it has only potential energy, there is no kinetic energy. That is why in place of the E dash, again you can substitute mgh plus 0. Therefore, that is what, after simplification we will get the answer, velocity for that one. Next, sixth question. Question number 6, it is somewhat different and lengthy, just listen. Now, a uniform metal bar 70 centimeter long and 44 kg in mass is supported onto knife edges placed 10 cm from each end as shown. A 6 kg load is suspended at 30 cm from the left end. So what is the reaction of left support? Therefore, just this one also I will give the hint because it takes the time more. So please try to understand. I hope I will give the formulas and all. Just you go through them, you will get the answer. For example, now I am taking that. So this is one rod. And this length how much given? The length they have given is equal to 70 centimeter, right? So now what? This end, if you take capital X and if you take this end is what? Y. And idu question number 6 we are discussing. Question number 6. Therefore, now what? Here exactly at the center. So we know that its weight will be act. How much that is so mass of the that bar they have given how much? 4 kg. So m into g means what? 4 into g I am taking that, where g is equal to 10 meter per second square. Next, what they said, so at exactly 10 centimeter means what? From the first end 10 centimeter, from the second end 10 centimeter, they kept the supporter somehow. Therefore, now this is first support, this is the second support. Therefore, first support applies a reaction. That reaction, for example, R1, and second support also so applies one reaction. That reaction, what is that? R2. And they have given, so this length how much? 10 centimeter, and this length is also 10 centimeter they have given. Now, one more thing what they have given, a 6 kg load is suspended 30 cm from the left. Means what? From here 30 cm here, for example, I will take here. Therefore, now what? So, this is 10, this is 20. Therefore, here one more load is suspended. That load how much? That is a 6. So, G, because 6 kg they suspended from here. Now, they are asking that what is the R1 value? What is the reaction offered by the first surface or first connecting point they are asking. So, with respect to, this is what center I am taking that. So, with respect to the center, just you calculate what? So, total torque acting on it. Therefore, according to linear or translational equilibrium, from translational equilibrium, so what you can take? So that is given by what? So total upward force, how much that is? R1 plus R2 is equal to total downward force, 6G plus 4G. Now you can get R1 plus R2 is equal to 10G, or if you substitute G value is equal to 10, that is going to get what? 100. Equation number 1, let us suppose. R1 plus R2 is equal to 100, we got it. Or you can take a 9.8, you can get 98. Therefore, now second point is what now? So, here according to from rotational equilibrium, so with respect to what? With respect to O, compulsory to measure the torque compulsory, we have to take one point, right? For the force there is no requirement of any point, but for the measurement of the torque we have to take one point compulsory. Therefore, now this total how much it is? For example, now they have given what? So this is a 10, this is a 20, correct? This is 20 centimeter, right? And 30, and how much? This is compulsory what? 5 centimeter, because the total length is equal to 70 centimeter. This is, they have given 70 centimeter they have given. Therefore, this is a 10, so this is a 20, because this length, the 60 G, I mean 6 kg is suspended from a 30 centimeter from the left, means what? This total is 30, already they have given 10, it is 20, 20 plus 10, 30, and extra how much? 35, because this is the exactly center. Next what? This is how much now? It is a 10 centimeter, means what? It is a compulsory what? 40 centimeter. Therefore, now first of all we have to understand with respect to this center, how many torques are there? Therefore, total 3 torques will produce. And so now with respect to this one, according to right hand rule, therefore now it produces what? So anti-clockwise torque. Therefore, this force produces anti-clockwise torque, and this force produces so clockwise torque. Therefore, this is a tau 1 I will take, this is the tau 2 I will take, and one more time. So for example, with respect to this point, if you keep the right hand like this, now what? It is turning like this. Therefore, this is producing what? It is producing, so again, so anti-clockwise torque, that is what? So tau 3. So for torque formula, what? Torque is equal to force into perpendicular distance from the point from where you are measuring the torque. Therefore, tau is equal to F into R. So how many force are there? Now tau 1 I am saying, therefore now what? So tau 1 plus tau 2 is equal to tau 3, because this both are constituting that anti-clockwise torque. This single is producing a, so what? So clockwise torque. Therefore, tau 1 plus tau 1 plus so what? Tau 3 is equal to tau 2, you can substitute. So what is the tau 1? Tau 1 is equal to, so 6G into its distance. How much it is? That is equal to 5 centimeter. Plus next, so tau 3. What is the tau 3? So the force, how much I am taking that? R2. Therefore, that is the R2 into its distance, how much from here to here? That is equal to 40 centimeter, is equal to last tau 2. Tau 2 is equal to how much now? From here to here. So 20 plus 5. So 25. Therefore, now you can find out from the center. No? Yes. From the center it is the correct. It is the 25. This is how much it is? 10 means it is also 25 now, because total 25 means a uniform metal rod 70 centimeter. Therefore, now what? This is a 25 centimeter. Therefore, here this is the 25, and this is also how much? Now R1 into 25 centimeter. And if you bring the other side, therefore what you can get now? So that is equal to R1 minus R2 into, so 25 is equal to 6G into 5 by what is equal to, and after completion of that, so R2 minus R1 is equal to 6 into 10 into 5 by 25 you can take. Therefore, 5 ones are 5 5s are, and what? 5 5s are 5 2s are is equal to adu 12. Therefore, now what? So here we got what? So R1 plus R2 is equal to 100, and R2 minus R1 is equal to 12. If you substitute the equation, so you can get the answer. So a few of them you will get the answer. Okay, na? Therefore, now what? Solve them, we can get the answer by solving equation 1 and 2. You will get R1 and R2 also. Reaction at the first, reaction at the second. Next. Next. Therefore, now here. Next one is what? Question number 7. A body is projected from the surface of the earth vertically upward with a speed of, so they have given speed. So question number 7, speed V is what? V is equal to square root of 2 by 3 into G into Rm, or if they have given Re, let us suppose take R only. Therefore, that is the velocity. But one thing you keep in mind, so question condition what? A body is projected from the surface of the earth vertically upward with a speed of root over 2 by 3 G into R, where R is the radius of the earth, the body will attain a height. Generally, what is the escape velocity? Escape velocity VA is equal to root over 2G Rm. Here what is the given velocity? Given velocity, if it is greater than escape velocity, if the velocity of the projection from the surface of the earth is greater than the escape velocity, body goes into the interstellar space. But if V less than VE, then what? Body attains a maximum height. Generally, whenever we discuss maximum height, we will remember formula what? H is equal to U square by 2G. But this formula is not valid here. This formula is applicable only for the speeds, smaller speeds only, means 20 meter per second, 50 meter per second, at least 100 meter per second we can use. But so what? Here R, radius, this velocity is very, very huge. Therefore, now it is in kilometer per hour. Kilometer per second, so not a meter per second. That's why this is a very big value. Under that condition, so here it is a gravitation lesson. H is equal to formula U square by, so what, 2G minus, so U square by R. Remember it. So under what condition? Under this condition, if V less than VA, if the body is projected with a velocity less than escape velocity, so the maximum height raised by the body H is equal to U square by 2G minus U square by R. Therefore, if you substitute here, you can get the answer. H is equal to, so U value nothing but V value only, or you can take V square by 2G minus V square by R. This you can take U also. If you substitute there, so what answer you can get? So that is a U square means what? So 2 by 3 GR by, so 2G minus U square by R means what? So 2 by 3 GR by what? By R only. This RR cancel, and after that you can simplify, you will get the answer for that. Okay. Therefore, this is the maximum height raised by the body when you are projecting with a velocity less than the escape velocity. Don't use this formula. This formula is not applicable. This is the order of only meter per second. Here R is the radius of the earth, which is expressed in kilometers, and G is the 10 meter per second. Therefore, this velocity is not in meter per second, it is in kilometer per second, a very high velocity. That's why we can't use the U square by 2G formula. Next, watch question number 8. Question number 8. A wire is stretched by 4 mm by a force of 1000 Newton. If another wire of same material and length but of twice the diameter stretched by the same force, then the extension will be, they are asking. So that is the question number. So 8, let's go. Now what is the extension formula? According to Young modulus formula, so what, that is equal to, so FL by, so A into delta L nana. This delta L only can be taken as the extension. Therefore, FL by A, this delta L I am replacing with E. And if you bring the E this side, the extension expression is given by FL by, so A into Y I am taking that. Here question what they mentioned, if another wire of the same material means what? So Young modulus is equal to same, right now Young modulus is the same, and length means what? This length is also same they have given, right? And so but of the twice the diameter stretched by the same force, and force also same. So in this expression, force same, length same, Young modulus same means what? That you can say E is inversely proportional to area, and you know area is so directly proportional to what? So square of the diameter. Therefore, finally what you can say? Finally, so E is inversely proportional to square of the diameter, because area formula what? Area is equal to pi R square, that is equal to pi D by 2 whole square, that is equal to pi by 4 D square. Therefore, now what? So that is the formula for that. Okay, na? So in place of the area you can write, therefore finally what? E2 by E1 is equal to D1 by D2 whole square. Substitute, you can get the answer. Therefore, E2 we don't know, that is the 4, that is equal to D1 is equal to D you take, and this is the d2 is equal to how much? So 2d na, double the radius means what? Whole square, dd cancel, that is equal to what? 1 by, therefore 4 cancel, E2 is equal to 1 millimeter is the correct answer. Okay, just to break the formula into pieces like that, therefore you can get the answer for that. Next, ninth question. Question number 9. So the relative density of a substance is 1 by 3. Means what? They have given density of the substance by density of the water is called as the relative density or specific gravity. That value they have given what? 1 by 3. Let me take equation number 1. Next, what they are asking now? So if it is float in water, then the fraction of volume which will be outside they are asking. Right now, so here one formula is there, that is so volume inside by total volume is always equal to what? That is equal to, so rho S by rho W. Under balancing condition from the floating concept by using the buoyancy theorem, so V I by V is equal to rho S by rho W. So they are asking what actually, so here what is the outside volume they are asking. This you can say what, now V minus V outside by, so V you can take that is equal to how much, that is equal to rho S by rho, because outside volume plus inside volume is equal to total volume. From the total volume, if you remove the outside, you will get the Vi. Therefore, now if you break this equation, so 1 minus V naught by V is equal to rho S by rho W, and V naught by V is equal to 1 minus rho S by rho W. Substitute there, you can get the answer 1 minus 1 by 3, nothing but what, 2 by 3 is the correct answer. Therefore, the fraction of the given body which is outside of the water is how much? That is equal to 2 by 3 parts. Next, 10th question. Question number 10. A rectangular surface area, so 4 into 2 of a block body at temperature 127 degrees Celsius emits energy at the rate of so E per unit time. If the length and breadth each of the surface area reduced to half of the initial value and the temperature is raised to 527 degrees Celsius, the rate of emission of energy will be they are asking. So what is the formula for rate of emission? E is equal to, so sigma into A T power 4, that's it. Here sigma is constant, if you take that, so E2 by E1 is equal to A2 by A1. So what? That is the, so T2 by T1 whole power 4 you take it. That's it. Therefore A2 by A1. What is the A2 final area? What is the A1 initial area? Initial area how much given? 4 into 2. What is the final area? 4 by 2, 2 by 2 means what they said, so area becomes what, half. Therefore now it becomes what, only 2 centimeters square. Therefore now what, and T2 is equal to how much, so T1 is equal to, they have given 127, so degrees Celsius compulsory you have to add with so what, 273, because we have to convert into Kelvin, that is equal to what, 400 Kelvin you will get, and T2 is equal to how much now, T2 is equal to 527. 527 plus 273, and that is equal to how much now, 800 Kelvin. Substitute there, you can get the answer. Simple question only. Next question number 11th. Question number 11. 1 mole of an ideal gas expands according to the relation P by root V constant. That P by root V we can write also like that. So what, P by root V is equal to, so P V power minus 2. This is called as a polytropic process. This is not adiabatic, this is not isothermal, this is not isochoric and isobaric. This is called as a polytropic process. So what is the polytropic process? That is representing with P V power x, P V power x, where x is equal to given by s to minus 1 by 2. If you compare, this is the equation, P V power x is equal to constant. So P V power x is equal to constant is called as polytropic equation. So x we got, and in this case work done formula is there, work done in so any polytropic process question P root by V therefore now what you can say N into R delta T by so this is so what 1 minus X 1 minus X. Other formula N is equal to how much? N is equal to 1 and delta T given. Estimate of delta T is equal to, so when the temperature of the gas changes by, means not initial, not final, delta T is equal to 30 degrees, right now, therefore, and of course, what I have given delta T should be expressed in the Kelvin, but the change in temperature in degrees Celsius and Kelvin both are the same. So 30 Kelvin is equal to 30 degrees Celsius, that is the only change. Okay na? So temperature at a point is both are not same, but the difference in change in temperature in Kelvin and in degrees Celsius both are having the same magnitude. Therefore now this delta T also can be taken as what 30 Kelvin only, and substitute all this value, you can get the answer for that work done only. Right. Next question number 12. So for a gas, the difference between the principal specific heat is 4150 joule per kg per Kelvin. What is specific heat of the gas at constant volume if the ratio of the specific heat is 1.4? So they have given what, that is equal to, so how much that is yeah, so therefore now what here, so Cp minus between two principal specific heats, therefore Sp minus Sc is equal to 4150 and what Sp by Sc is equal to 1.4. Solve them, will get the answer. Therefore from this what you can get, so Sp is equal to 1.4 into Sc. If you substitute in this, what 1.4 into Sc minus Sc is equal to 415. This is the SV na, so volume at constant volume they have given na, yes, at the constant volume SV. Therefore you can take so one SV is equal to 4150 and 1 by 4 means what, 1.4 minus 1 into, so SV is equal to what, that is equal to, so this is equal to 4150. Simplify, you will get the SV is equal to some answer. Here these are not molar specific heats generally. So for molar specific heat, what is the answer? Cp minus Cv is equal to R. R is equal to 8.314 joule per mole Kelvin. You can take, but here this is what, so this is not molar specific heat, it is just simply specific heat only. Next, question number 13. So question number 13. The equation of SHM along the axis with the amplitude A of a particle starting from mean position x is equal to 0 and directed towards the negative extreme position. For example, if you take the representing circle, this is the represent circle, and if you take like this, now what so this is the positive extreme plus A and this is minus A. Now what actually the particle is coming towards the negative extreme like this, therefore now what, so the reference means what, the phase angle always you have to measure from the reference line. This angle how much, this angle phase phi is equal to, so 180 degrees, that is equal to pi. Therefore what is the equation? Y is equal to A sine of omega t plus pi, that is equal to A sine of omega t plus pi. So that is nothing but what, so omega t plus pi means what, that is equal to pi. We can take the answer like this. Okay, this is a reference circle method. By using the reference circle, I think this is a simple basic point, so you can go through this one. Therefore now with respect to the reference line, it is coming in opposite direction, therefore now what, we have to go like this. Therefore now the total phase change how much, that is a pi, so pi is equal to, you substitute in the general equation, you can get the answer. Next, a platform performs simple harmonic oscillations in a vertical plane. The amplitude of oscillation is 20 centimeter. A coin placed on top of a platform is not separate from it. The time period of these oscillations they are asking. So nothing, for example, if you take this is the platform. So on this platform, I am keeping one object like this. So when you make it oscillations like this, when you make the oscillation like this, so there is a chance to separate the coin from the platform when it is upper extreme, because at the bottom extreme the force will be act upside, But when you are going that extreme point, while coming down, so what? The normal reaction acting upside, therefore both are opposite direction. There is a chance to separate the coin from the platform at the upper extreme. Therefore now what? Here the centripetal force. So who is protecting from this? So while going like this, centripetal force compulsory. So less than or equal. Therefore now to not fall down. To not fall. This is question number 14. So to not fall at extreme, at up extreme. So what? The centripetal force formula what amma? M omega square R. Therefore now what? This can be taken as a A. So what is lesser than or equal to mg? Adu condition, because at this point the centripetal force compulsory. So which is protecting must and should be what amma? Less than mg. Otherwise, if it is greater than mg, what? It will go out of the platform. Therefore, no, there is no contact. Therefore, now what? On both sides, cancel. From this one, what? So, omega, so maximum value estimate, that omega maximum value is equal to g by a and root over g by a. Therefore, what is the time period formula? T is equal to 2 pi by omega, and that is equal to 2 pi by under root of a by g. And a value given how much? A is equal to 20 centimeter, and that is equal to 20 into 10 power minus 2 meter, and G is equal to 10 meter per second square. Substitute all values in this expression, we can get the answer. Right? Therefore, now here let us go for the 15th question. 15th beads question, it is simple direct formula only, and on waxing frequency is reducing, therefore you can go through the beads concept simply only. So next 16th question, so that is also simple question 16th, because so two conducting spheres of radii R and 3 are carrying charges of 40 microcoulomb and 60 microcoulomb respectively. If both spheres are brought in contact with one another, then the ratio of final charge on the spheres is they are asking. The ratio of the final charges they are asking. Simple. Therefore, now what I am taking that here. So R and 3 are the given. Yes. Therefore, now what am I? This is the first sphere you take, and this is the second sphere. Both are connecting like this. Therefore, this is the R and this is the 3R. So when you are connecting them, the initial charge on the first sphere is 40 microcoulomb. The initial charge on the second sphere is equal to 60 microcoulomb. When both are connecting them, so due to the potential difference, so charge flows from one conductor to another conductor, means one sphere to another sphere until both potentials are equal. When both potentials are equal, and if you separate them again, if you are separating them again, therefore now what? The new charge on the first sphere is capital Q1, the new charge on the second sphere is capital Q2 beta. Therefore now here, after that Q1 formula is equal to R1 by R1 plus R2 into total charge of the system Q1 plus Q2. So initial charge how much given? Initial charge on the first one, small Q1, I will take the initial charge 40 microcoulomb, and this is so Q2 is equal to 60 microcoulomb. Initial value they have given, but they are asking what? What is the final charge ratio? So what is the final charge on the second sphere? Q2 is equal to R2 by R1 plus R2 into Q1 plus Q2. Therefore, if you take the ratio Q1 by Q2 is equal to, all are cancelled, just ratio of radians. Therefore, what? That is equal to R by 3R. R cancel is equal what? 1 by 3. So that is the ratio of new charges on the conductors. Next. Question number 17. So they are asking what? A body of mass 2 kg is projected with u is equal to 20 meter per second at an angle of 60 degrees with the horizontal from the surface of the earth. Torque of its weight about the point of projection. So the question. So if you take, right, so it is a projectile motion. After how many seconds torque of its weight about the point of projection, they are asking that. Means what? After 2 seconds, for example, means what? Here this angle given how much? Theta is equal to 60 degrees they have given, and the speed of projection u is equal to, they have given, that is a 20 meter per second, right? This is the 20 meter per second and mass of the body m is equal to 2 kg they have given. After 2 seconds of its journey, because when you are projecting like this, the projectile is going like this after 2 seconds. For example, this is the position of the body, here I am taking that. Therefore, now what? The gravitational force acting like this. So this is what? mg. So what? This is the m is equal to, they have given 2 kg, and after 2 seconds of the time, this is the 2 seconds of the time is like this. Now what is the torque formula? Just now in the previous problem we have discussed, I mean 3-4 problems back we have discussed what? Torque is equal to force into perpendicular distance with respect to point of observation. Therefore, this is a point of observation. The force direction is this one. Therefore, idu perpendicular. So, this distance only we want adeno x I am taking that. Nothing but horizontal displacement. Therefore, now horizontal displacement formula what? X is equal to u cos theta into t. That is the simple topic. Right? No? Horizontal distance for the projectile motion. How much that is? U is equal to 20. So cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2 and t is equal to 2 cancel is equal to how much? That is equal to 20 meters. And so mg formula what? Mg mass is equal to 2. So g is equal to 10 is equal to 20 Newton. Therefore torque what? Torque is equal to, so you can say, so what? Mg into x, that is equal to 20 into 20 is equal to what? 400 Newton meter is the answer. Okay, na? 400 Newton meter. Okay, just to find out torque formula, torque is equal to what? Torque is equal to, so tau is equal to mg into perpendicular distance. This is general expression. From where we have to measure the perpendicular distance? From the point from where you are observing its motion. Right. Next. Radama. So question number 18th. In the circuit shown below, the power dissipated in 1 ohm resistance will be, they are asking. Power dissipating in 1 ohm, yes. The external resistance is 1 ohm. So first before that power formula what? I square into R. So through the 1 ohm we have to find out what a current state. So if you find out the current, so we have to use what that is equal to, so we have to use, see what they have given. So this is one resistance and this is one battery, and so this is so one more battery, that is so this is the 2. Now here I have given how much? This is the 1 ohm resistance. Right? Therefore, now what here? External resistance R is equal to, I am taking that, so 1 ohm. This is, if you consider it is internal resistance, R1 is equal to, so what? That is equal to, so 2 ohm, and here R2 is equal to also 2 ohm, and its EMF E1 is equal to 10 volts and its EMF E2 is equal to 5 volts we can take, because these resistors are very close to cells, therefore you can consider them as a internal resistance. But one thing you have to know that, so these batteries are connected similar terminals. So when two cells are connected in similar terminals, the EMF is E2 minus E1 or E1 minus E2. When two terminals of the capacitors, in the cells are connected opposite terminals, the effective EMF is just E1 plus E2, because the negative of the first cell should be connected to positive of the second, the negative of the second should be connected to, so positive of the third. This is the process, we can say those are all connected in the correct connection in the series combination. But so if similar terminals are connected, one is under charging, other one is under discharging. Therefore now let me take the E1. Therefore now what we can say, so the current in the circuit is given by I is equal to E net by, so what? R plus R1 plus R2. Remember this one, so whenever cells in series combination, so if the similar terminals are connected, either E1 minus E2 or E2 minus E1 is the effective EMF, or if opposite terminals are connected, those are called as a correct connection, and E net by R plus R1 plus R2. So here what? E1 greater than E2 means what? So E1 minus E2 by, so R plus R1 plus R2. The current through the circuit means current is coming in this direction, that current is I. This is the I direction, and therefore now current is I. So how much you can get? E1 minus E2, that is 10 minus 5 by, so R is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 2, that is equal to what? 1 ampere you can get. Therefore power formula what? Power is equal to I square into R. I is equal to 1 square into 1 is equal to 1 watt is the answer. Next. Next question number 20. Question number 19 is direct direction by using that rules, Fleming left hand rule, we can go through it. So next question number 20. So a copper disc of radius 0.1 meter is rotated about its center with 10 revolutions per second. That is the radius of the copper disc they have given. For example, if you take this is the question number 20, then you can take R is equal to 0.1 meter and frequency, that is not a angular frequency, that is the linear frequency, 10 revolution for second. So 10 RPS given, and now what? So the magnetic field B is equal to 0.1 Tesla they have given, and they are asking what? The induced EMF E is equal to how much? Therefore, in case of the motional EMF, in case of the rotating system, therefore the motional EMF formula E is equal to half B omega into R square formula. So B omega into R square, that is equal to half B into 2 pi F into R square you can take, where omega you can change it as 2 pi F, just nothing. So all values you substitute properly, so you will get so any one of the option, that is the second option is the correct one. Next watch. So 21 question. So 21 simple circuit, because that is under resonance only. So in the given circuit, the reading of the voltmeter V1 and V2 are 400 volt each. What is the V1? V1 is connected across the inductor, V2 is connected across the capacitor, and both potentials are equal. Means when the potential across the inductor is equal to potential difference across the capacitor, now we can say that is under series resonance, right? No? So means the circuit is under resonance condition. When the circuit is under resonance condition, voltage across the capacitor is equal to voltage across the inductor, and voltage applied is equal to voltage across the resistor. Therefore, they are asking what is the value of the V3. So where is the V3? V3 is connected across the resistor. Therefore, now what? So across the resistor, the total voltage will be used. How much they have given? 220 volts. Therefore, V3 reading means what? The voltmeter connected across the resistor is equal to 220 volts, and the current what they are asking, current formula what? I is equal to, so VR by Z. Or, so in the resonance, VR by R, that is equal to what you can say? 220 by 100 is equal to 2.2 ampere. Therefore, the current is so that is the maximum value under resonance condition. Next 22, that is simple question. So direct formula question, I hope you may understand, we can solve it. Okay. So the magnification of a power of telescope is found to be 49, and the separation between the lenses is 100 centimeter. Nothing but capital L is given. So then final focal length of the object to lens will be simple relation. So you can find out. Okay. So I am giving here. Therefore now what? Magnification F naught by Fe is called as the magnification is equal to 49. And so they have given what? That is equal to F naught plus Fe is equal to L, and L value how much they have given? That is equal to, so 100 centimeters. Okay. Now use this equation and find out the F naught is equal to how much. From this what you can say? F naught is equal to, so from this F naught is equal to 49 into Fe, this for F naught value, so Fe value substitute here, or you can take F naught is equal to Fe is equal to, so F naught by 49. This Fe replace with that equation, you will get the answer particularly. Next 23. So here the question is, A convex lens is submerged in a liquid of refractive index 2 and it is found that it behaves like a diverging lens of focal length 60 centimeter. If in air focal length of lens is 30 centimeter, then the refractive index of the material of the lens is given by. So here this is question number 23. So focal length in the air, what is the formula? 1 by f is equal to mu minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Focal length of the lens in any medium is given by Fm is equal to mu by mu m minus 1 into, so this factor is the same, 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. So here this factor both are the same. If you take the division, so what Fm by, so Fm by f if you take or what you can take now. So equation number division of equation 1 by equation 2 if you take. So 1 by f by 1 by fm and it comes like this fm by so f. So this after solving mu minus 1 by mu by so mu m minus 1 m. Therefore, so remember this formula, so very important. Here what they have given now, f is equal to given, f is equal to 30 centimeter and next what, after keeping inside the liquid it behaves as a diverging. Diverging means what? For every diverging lens nothing but what? A concave lens. For the concave lens focal length becomes what? Negative. Therefore, in the medium Fm is equal to minus 60 centimeter and refractive index of the liquid given, how much? There is a medium given, Fm is equal to, that is a 2. Now they are asking what? Refractive index of the lens how much? That's it, just you substitute. So you may ask why you have to take the negative, because they said clearly it behaves as a diverging lens. So convex lens is called as a converging lens, concave lens is called as a, so that is a diverging lens. So for a concave lens or concave mirror focal length is always negative, and a convex lens and a convex mirror the focal length is always positive. So use this formula, everything they have given, Fm given, F given, so mu m given, just we have to calculate for the mu and don't forget to substitute Fm is equal to minus 60. So reason I told you, okay. Therefore next. Next question is 24th direct question. So three polarizers are placed on after other and the angle between the axis of successive polarizers is 30 degrees, and if unpolarity is intensity is I0 passes through the system, then the intensity of the light after passing through the third polarizer will be, right. So after through the first one, so I is equal to, I1 is equal to I0 cos square 60. Then after what? I2 is equal to, again you can take what? So I1 into this becomes what? That is equal to, so cos 60 value how much? That is cos 60 root 3 by 2 means what? So 3 I0 by 4. So again I1 is equal to into what? Cos square 60. I1 value substitute there, like that you solve it, and I3 is equal to how much now? I3 is equal to I2 into, so what? Again cos square 60, okay na? So like this you follow, you can get the answer for that. So here, so what you can get I1 by 2, I1 by 2, that is the formula for it, okay. Just Malus law application, so many questions are there from this, you can follow like this. Next, so if de radius of the first Bohr orbit is r, then the de Broglie wavelength of the electron in the fourth orbit is given by, they are asking that. So what is the formula for it? De Broglie wavelength, so relation 2 pi Rn is equal to n into lambda. So this is the de Broglie wavelength in the nth orbit, that is the lambda n I will take. 2 pi Rn is equal to n into lambda n, where Rn is the, so what? That is the given orbit. What they have given? N is equal to 4 given or not? Therefore, n is equal to 4 they have given. Okay. Next what? One more relation is what? So a radius of the nth orbit we don't know. So radius they have given what? If the radius of the first Bohr orbit is r. Therefore, what is the formula? Rn is equal to formula n square into r naught. That is a small expression, but in place of the r naught they have given what? R, and substitute there, we can get the answer for that, okay na? So therefore Rn is equal to, if you substitute, so 2 pi, so what? That is the n square into r is equal to n lambda, n is equal to how much? 4, and if you take so 2 pi, so into n square is equal to 16 r is equal to 4 lambda. So what? That is the 4 ones are 4 fours are, and what you can get? Lambda is equal to 8 pi r is the correct answer. A simple relation. Next what? 26, 27, 28. So all these are the simple relations only, and you can go them direct up to 29th. Right now up to 29th completely theory questions, not need to use any mathematical part for this one. Now question number 30. Question number 30, it is just like yesterday. Xenon diode has a breakdown voltage of 15 volts in the circuit shown below. Now they are asking what current in the circuit only they are asking, right? So yesterday's we have solved one model. That model if you solve you can get the answer beta. Now what breakdown voltage they have given? This is the 2 kilo ohm, and this is the one xenon diode they have given, right? And it uses 15 volts. Now watch, it is the 5 ohm resistance, that is called as a load resistance RL is equal to, so they have given 5 kilo ohms, and the battery connected how much? That is equal to 25. So V is equal to 25 volts, and across the xenon diode Vz is equal to how much? That is equal to 15 volts. If it is using 15 volts, now actually the question is what? So what is the current through this external resistance 2 kilo ohm they are asking. Therefore, if it is uses 15 ohm and this also uses 15 volts, why? Because both are in the parallel. The combinedly, so the xenon diode and load resistance both are using 15 volts. So remaining how much? 25 minus 10. Therefore, voltage, this current only they are asking. Therefore, voltage across the resistance R is equal to, so V is equal to how much? That is equal to, 10 volts I am taking. Therefore, current formula what? Current I is equal to, that is voltage across the resistor, I is equal to VR by R. VR value, that is equal to 10 by what? So 2 into, 10 power 3 is equal to 5 into 10 power minus 3 ampere, that is equal to 5 milliampere. You can take that. Next, question number 31. That is also theory, that is the magnetism and matter. Diamagnetic material means A matches with what? So A is going to, third option, because 0 less than mu or less than 1. The relative permeability of any diamagnetic material is always less than 1, mu or less than 1. So that is 0 less than, in between 0 to 1 only. And ferromagnetic material, so it is a very strong, relative permeability is very high, mu r greater than 1. Therefore, B goes to option 1, I mean the matching one. Paramagnetic material is in between, 1 mu r less than 1 plus sigma. Therefore, where sigma, what is that? Pi is a positive number, small number. Therefore, now what? So vacuum having relative permeability, vacuum nothing but air always having mu r is equal to 1, and match them. That is the first option is the correct. Next, the speed of electromagnetic wave in a medium. Already in the electromagnetic wave discussion we have given this formula. So here what? That is question number 32. So the speed is always given by V is equal to C root over mu r into epsilon r. Adu formula. C by mu r into epsilon r, and dielectric constant nothing but epsilon r value 2.25, relative permeability, so mu r is equal to 4, you solve it, you can get the answer. Okay, so epsilon r is equal to 2.25 and mu r is equal to, that is equal to 4, simplify it, you will get the answer. And where C is equal to, so that is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, speed of the light in the vacuum. Next, two concentric metallic shells have the radii 10 centimeter and 20 centimeter. The outer shell is given a positive charge 5 microcoulomb and the inner shell is earthed. What is the charge on the inner shell they are asking? So generally, so this is the question number 33. Question number 33. Let me take, this is the inner shell and they have given this is the outer shell like this. This is outer shell and what they said, this is the earth. Earth means what? The potential on it must be equal to 0. The charge on the outer sphere, how much they have given? So Q is equal to, that is equal to, so 5 millicoulomb, 5 into 10 power minus 6 coulomb. And the radius of the outer sphere, that is equal to R2 is given by, so 20 centimeter, and the radius of the inner sphere is equal to, they have given how much? The radius of the inner sphere R1 is equal to 10 centimeter. Therefore, whenever you are giving the earthing, of this one first inner sphere, so compulsory potential is equal to 0. So what? The potential, for example here, the charge on this one, I will take Q naught, Nana. I don't know. Q naught only we have to find out. Q naught is the charge on the inner sphere. Therefore, the potential what? The total potential on this one is equal to K, Q naught by its radius, how much? R1 you can take. But this outer sphere also produces the potential at this point. For the outer sphere, this point acting as the inner, therefore now what? Plus K into Q by, so R2 you can take. But this is equal to 0 is equal to K Q naught by R1 plus K Q by R2. If you simplify, you can get the answer. Q naught is equal to minus R1 by R2 into what? Into Q. Therefore, if you substitute there, what you can get the answer? Minus R1 is equal to 10, R2 is equal to 20. Q value they have given, adu 5. After simplification, minus 2.5 microcoulomb. That is the, so new charge on the, so inner shell. Next, 34 direct a simple formula. So what? As shown in the figure, both capacitors are uncharged initially. At time t is equal to 0, so switch is S is closed, final charge on the capacitor C2, they are asking that. Okay. So first of all, S1 is closed, so C1 is charged. Therefore now it is a common potential formula. Once you go through it, so you can get the answer for that. Okay. So if you want, so I will give, but so you find out the common potential formula. Simple point only. Next, let's go for the question number 34. Question number 35, I will explain. I hope you may solve the 34th question. So many times repeated problem it is there in our material also. Next, 35 question number. In an experiment of half deflection method, if resistance, external resistance R is equal to 18 ohm and the shunt used for the half deflection method is equal to, so 12 ohm. Now they are asking that galvanometer resistance is equal to how much? So here in half deflection method, the relation between galvanometer resistance, external resistance and the shunt is given by, that is RS by R minus S. This is a practical question actually. So it is not there in the theory. This is the practical experimental question. Beta compulsory 2 or 3 questions. So will come from the experimental questions also. Therefore, that is equal to R value 18 into, so 12 by, so 18 minus 12 is equal to 18 into, so 12 by, so that is a 6 ones are 6 twos are, that is equal to how much? 36 ohms. You can get the answer for that. Okay. So now, so 36 question. The shape of meniscus when constant angle is less than, when contact angle, that is not constant angle. So contact angle is less than the 90 degrees is they are asking that. So when the contact angle is less than 90 degrees, it is a concave upward. If the contact angle is more than 90 degrees, it is a, so concave downwards. Next what? The kinetic energy acquired by a mass m in traveling a distance starting from rest under the action of a constant force is directly proportional to. So generally, so they are asking what a constant. So kinetic energy. Kinetic energy formula what am? Kinetic energy is equal to K is equal to half mv square. But they have given what? A constant force. So when the force is constant, so K is equal to what am? So work done. The change in kinetic energy is equal to work done is equal to what? That is equal to F bar dot S bar. Therefore, when the force is constant, kinetic energy is also constant. It does not depend upon the mass of the body. Means what? Whatever the mass of the body, you can take smaller body or larger body. If the application of the force is constant, so the kinetic energy is always constant, because according to, so what? Work energy theorem, we can prove it. Next, 38th question. T8. The equation of a transverse wave on a string having a linear mass density, mu value given. Mu is equal to, that is 0.02 kg they have given. So, or you can change it as 2 into 10 power minus 2 kg per meter. So, next what they have given, so omega value we have to find out, V value also we can find out. So, generally tension they are asking, what is the relation between them on a stretched string? V is equal to root over, so T by mu. From this what we can say, if you take the square on both sides, V square is equal to, so T by mu, and from this, so tension in the wire is equal to mu V square, okay. That is the formula for it. And again, what is the velocity here? Velocity we don't know, speed we don't know. Therefore, now what? That is equal to mu for any wave. So, velocity is what? Omega by k is whole square. And so, here what? In the expression omega t plus kx. So, whenever a wave is expressed in terms of the, so you check this one. Therefore, now what? Y is equal to a sin omega t plus kx. So, besides of the t, what function is there that can be taken as omega? Except t, remaining all values can be taken as omega function only. See, in this expression, what is the omega value? So, 2 pi 0.02. So, 2 pi into, so t by 0.02 can be taken as omega value. And besides of the x value, what total value is there that can be taken as what? A k value. In this case, what is the k value? So, here 2 pi, you have to multiply inside. 2 pi is the common for the whole inner bracket. Therefore, 2 pi by 1. Therefore, k is equal to 2 pi. So, you substitute here. So, you can get the answer for that last year also. Next. So, the maximum efficiency of an engine. So, working between the temperatures. So, 100 Kelvin and so 400 Kelvin, direct formula, efficiency formula. So, what? So, neta is equal to 1 minus T2 by, so T1 into 100. Therefore, T2 is the lower potential, lower temperature, and T1 is the, so higher potential. Therefore, now you substitute that, you can get the answer for that. Next, so 40. So, question number 40. 3 charged particles are placed on a straight line as shown in the figure. Q1 and Q2 are fixed, but Q3 can be moved under the action of the forces from Q1 and Q2. Now, if Q3 is in equilibrium, then what is the relation between, so Q1 and Q2 they are asking now. So, here idu Q1, so this is the Q2 you can take, and the distance between them, for example 2x, and so let me take, so this is so Q3 they have given, and this distance how much? This distance is what? X. Now they said what? Q3 is under balanced condition, means net force is equal to 0, means on the Q3, Q2 is applying the force and Q1 also applying the force. Net force we have to find out on that one. Therefore, now what? The net force is given by F net force is equal to, so force on the third, so due to the second, and force on the third due to the first, and must be equal to what? 0. So, K Q2 Q3 by between 2 and 3 distance how much? That is the x square. So, that what I am taking, that x square plus K, so Q3 into 1 Q1 between 1 and 3 distance how much? X plus 2x, that is equal to what? That is equal to 3x whole square. If you take them, so you can get what? K Q2 Q3 by x square is equal to minus K Q3 Q1 by 9x square. Therefore, if you cancel K get cancel, and Q3 get cancel, and x square cancel. Therefore, finally Q2 by 1 is equal to minus, so here Q3 cancel, idu Q1 minus Q1 by 9. Therefore, what is that answer? Q1 is equal to minus 9 Q2. This is the minus 9 Q2. Therefore, now what? Fourth option is the correct answer. Therefore, Q1 is equal to. Next, 41, that is both are in the parallel. When both are in parallel, potential difference is the same. So, when potential difference across each bulb is the same, so one thing you keep in mind, so in the series combination, lower is the wattage, means given power of the bulb, lower is the wattage, so higher is the brightness. For the parallel combination, more is the wattage and more is the, so that is the brightness. Therefore, so 100 watt bulb give the more brightness. B1 glows brighter than the B2, remember like that. 42 direct, that is the Ohm's law. The correct expression of Ohm's law is, generally Ohm's law means you will think that V is equal to I into R. This is called scalar form of Ohm's law. That is a scalar. So voltage is a scalar, current is a scalar, resistance also scalar. But if you want to express so what vector form of the Ohm's law, that is equal to, so J bar. So J bar is equal to sigma into E bar. That is the vector form of Ohm's law, where sigma is equal to what? Conductivity. And so if you take it's a reciprocal sigma place, you can replace 1 by rho, therefore that is a 1 by rho, means second option is the correct one. And so 43 question is the direct answer, it is equal to Li square. So energy required to establish a current of 2 ampere in a coil of self inductance L is equal to 400 millihenry. Therefore now what? Energy stored U is equal to half L I square. In place of the L, you substitute the proper unit, that is a 400 millihenry 10 power minus 3. You have to take that. So, and the last one, so an electric dipole of dipole moment given is placed in a uniform electric field 10 power 5 Newton per coulomb. E value given such that the angle between them is 60 degrees. The potential energy formula what? So, potential energy formula, U is equal to what? U is equal to minus Pe cos theta. A very simple, very important but simple formula. And last one is, so direct, so 45 question. The angular momentum of an electron in the Bohr's hydrogen atom, whose energy is, so energy is what given? So if nth is equal to, so they have given minus 0.85 electron volt. In a hydrogen atom, this energy is applicable for possible only for n is equal to 4. For the fourth, because it is a simple formula, n is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt is for so first orbit, right? No, and n is equal to minus 3.4 electron volt is for the so second orbit, n is equal to 0.85, that is applicable for that what? Fourth orbit, like that. Okay, for the third orbit, n is equal to minus 1.5. So n is equal to 4, and that n is equal to 4 formula, n is equal to 4, and formula what? L is equal to nh by 2 pi. So n value is equal to 4, and you can get what? So h by pi is the 2h by pi is the correct answer. Okay, and this is the paper explanation. And today somewhat problems we given direct answers and go through them, and remaining all are simple theory bits only. Thank you all.